Welcome, guys. Session 31.
Woo.
Eclipse the 30s. That's awesome, guys. So yeah, last session, there's not much to recap. Y'all were just assholes racing back to town, throwing pretty much everything y'all had at each other. You ended up naming some of the bray. We got Torberius, we got Chestnut, and we got Apples. We still have Bray 2 and Bray 4 that needs names.
We should name one of them Bray 6 just to confuse the shit out of people.
Yes.
This is 6, but there's only 5 of them. This is 6.
So it's the sixth one.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to 5. 5 started asking too many questions. Ooh, okay.
Nice. Very Marb too.
But yeah, the group had about a 6-hour stint of shenanigans and danger, and there were more bounders and entangling arrows and fog clouds and a really fast, angry dwarf getting poked in the face by a glaive. And then, of course, there was Grant just watching the children.
Whatever. It's fine.
Exactly. But yeah, so the group did eventually make it into town with Allegretto bleeding out of his back, rushing beyond the initial watchtowers, being chased by not 1, not 2, but 3 more bounders as a volley of rapid-fire ballista from the towers launch at the more bounders. Quickly coming reality crashing in that this was a dangerous thing, and the group then did regroup, did enter town with Amara. Al, Cal, and Roque stayed behind at the border of the town by the watchtowers, helping Cal kind of decompress, try to be more comfortable, because this is his first time in society and God knows how long. And the rest of the group went with Amara back to her little bazaar section of town, where he has her 3 pitched tents, and she led you back into the back tent and distributed her thanks in a way and her payment. To Grant, she gave her mother's 11-pointed star relic, which mechanically allows him to now use wisdom for religion checks. To the group, she gave them a bandolier filled with potions. I gave a description of them and I posted it in chat, and tonight we'll go ahead and roll. We'll let Dregnar roll to see how many healing potions are on the bandolier, since he was the one that arranged this quest and everything for you guys, but we'll do that when he gets back. But yeah, there was a number of different types of potions on there, and then she also tossed a bag of coin towards Marb and Davis, where Davis has it currently in his possession. And with that, the group was leaving. Yeah, if only it was 10 million gold. So yeah, that's essentially the recap of what inside of town. And then on the outside of town, Roque discovered, and Cal, Al, and Roque all discovered that he is known as the Iron Shell for his feats against the Ogre Busters. And Roque learned that Calisor plays a very different style of dragon chess. One relies on intuition and reading their opponent, while Roque was more just tactics and strategy, using his intellect. So that's where we left off. And I would say, before I forget, onto the art thing, a few of you did get the first round of sketches. Thank you for starting to supply feedback. the sooner I can get the feedback, I can pass it on to Adzi, and he'll make the adjustments and try to, better get your visions. Hopefully, we'll get another round of sketches for some other characters, maybe even by tomorrow. I haven't heard from him today. I think he was kind of busy, and I was also sleeping all day. So, but yeah, with that, guys, it is at this point. Let's call it late afternoon. The group is broken up into, 2 groups, unless if you guys just want to say y'all met somewhere. But it's Roque, Al, and Cal. Oh, and Cal also, you wild shaped into a little teeny tiny crab and crawled up on the shoulder of one of your friends, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I'm perched on Al's shoulder.
Okay, and then Dregnar, Grant, Marb, and Amara is like out of the picture for now. Yeah.
Aren't there, like,
You
minor
start
illusions?
ransacking her tent, stealing all the actual good stuff.
I think I might
100%
have
down with
Cal
that.
too to make him like a parrot or something, just so he's.
Yeah, that's you. I forgot. You are keeping your minor illusion just to make it look like there's a parrot where he's standing. Something a little bit more appropriate. And some people have probably seen you in town with a bird on your shoulder, so makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, I should just make him look like Pebble. No, that would make me sad. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, let's call it late afternoon. Green Hill is yours. What would you guys like to do? Where would you find folk like to travel? I would say that you do have quite a bit to potentially figure out. You have some interesting information that you might need about happenings in Deep Root, from what I gathered, and you also. I'm trying to think what else. If there was any other notes that I had. No, not really. I mean, it's essentially y'all's. So, what would you like to do?
Do
think
you want
we
to
were-
see the map, the cartographer, today, Davis?
Oh,
or...
absolutely. Yes, I'm sure she is not real happy with me. So
Oh, I'm
that's
glad I spent 12 next spell. Wait, let me see if I got a spell slot. Hold
Were you trying to?
Oh yeah, y'all have not rested, so.
Yeah, no, I got one. I got you.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you guys should be on the concept art for Green Hill. So yeah, so
Is
after
she
you-
nearby where Amara's stall and stuff is? Like, if it's convenient, I would say yeah. If I could pop over there real quick, that would be great.
honestly, at this, I don't exactly remember or recall, but we'll say, on your way back towards the Adventurers League Hall, you remember that it's a little bit out of the way. And whoever would like to join you, Davis, you take, that sharp left, head down the street beyond all the fish nets and the shell merchants and the water buffalo breeders, and you go and you see the sign that just says cartographer.
Yeah. So go on in and immediately see if I could just scan immediately, see if I can see Jade anywhere, so that I can find her as quickly as possible. Oh yeah, whoever wants to
Give you
come.
some Eagle Splendor. Hook it up. With
Nice.
a little tap on the shoulder. Feel brave and excited. You get some advantage on your charisma checks.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
I'm already good at those.
Nice. So yeah, the little chime on the door as you enter goes ding 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 ding, and you look around, and the store itself is, the same. You see all these different maps, all these rolled up parchments, all scattered throughout. The same glass bookcases that seem to have all manner of different books referencing different maps and locations, and you notice one that is more that you've missed before as you're kind of looking around and not seeing Jade. There, she actually has an area that's like of stars and constellations. But beyond her desk where you saw her previously, you just see, rolled up parchments. You see some maps kind of spread out, but you do not see Jade.
So I'll just call out Miss Jade.
1 minute. Kind of comes from the back, and After a moment, you kind of hear her talons on the wooden floor before you see her, and she
Yeah,
kind
the
of.
second I see her walking in the room, I'll like run up to her like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you remember me. I hope you do because I asked you to do something and I hope you're still working on it. But I know I owe you payment and well, the life of adventure sometimes things go a little crazier than you expect and we just took much longer than we thought and I'm here to pay. Sorry, I'm so sorry and I hope you've kept up with the thing that I've asked you to do. But here you go. I've got paid in full, ready to go.
As you're kind of giving her this like little winded, apology, she's kind of, a little twitching in her head around, kind of listening to you, and then kind of midway through that, she starts kind of walking over to one side and starts rummaging through basically like a bin, a nice tall bin, but she pulls out a rolled map, and it's parchment, and she kind of unfurls it onto the desk in front of you, and she said, "Well, yeah, you never came back, so I didn't know how urgent it was, and I've been kind of doodling on it, as you can see. I've been kind of working on it, but we've also been kind of busy. I got, hired for some other stuff. It's a neat concept, so I kind of did it just out of my spare time, but I'm sorry, it's nowhere near done."
That's totally okay. I totally understand. But what did we agreed upon as the price for that?
If I remember right, because you basically wanted the exterior of the continent, right?
Yeah, the outer reaches, kind of from. I don't remember actually out of character. I don't remember what's the region to the northwest called again.
Yeah, I think you asked for. Let's jump over to Rune. I think you basically just asked for the.
Something and then to the Crown Lands, basically like.
Yeah, you essentially said from Yanlara over to
Yanlara.
Barrowlands down to
Like Dalwall and the Crown Lands.
Lydia, Badaliwal, Mizia. Basically, you were like, I don't really care about the center. I just care about the coastlines and interesting cities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you can see that she's already sketched up the outline of Rune. And as you kind of noticed, she did even add in the southern portion of Mizia and into the Ferngul region. But like with many maps that you see, almost all modern maps stop somewhere while the Ferngul starts because no one really knows how far that southern ice block continent really goes. Mm-hmm. And not many people dare venture down there. But yeah, so you basically have a nice little outline. It's the penmanship, as you saw previously, is nearly perfect. Like her lines are smooth. You don't see her ever like backtracking or making smudges or all that.
Oh, nice.
And you can see as she's kind of showing you what she has done, and she's kind of moving around, pointing and all that. You see why she's called Jade, and her black feathers do have that little green chroma to them.
Cool.
And it's very pretty. And I believe, from what I see on my notes, she said, Jade, Kenku, Cartographer, Green Hills should have map of run, more details on outskirts, not worried about Cled. 5 silver per day should take about 30 days to complete. So 150 silver.
So 15 gold, I think, right?
So 15 gold, yeah. For the thing. And she just, if technically if you would have, paid her and she wouldn't necessarily have gotten busy, it would have been done right around this time. Yeah. So you can tell that, it's about halfway done.
Okay. So I'll just ask, I'll just ask her, I'll just say, hey, well, how long do you think, or how quickly do you think you could get this done? Like, if I were to even maybe pay a little bit extra or offer a little bit something to you in sort of trade to rush this? I mean, I know hopefully...
Honestly, I can't take a rush right now. You guys are adventurous. Yeah, so your boss is in town. Seb's back.
Oh, fantastic, yeah.
And he knows the details, but he started and he hired people to look at the sewers and guard them and maintenance them and everything. And he's commissioned me to help make detailed maps of all the waterways and everything, and that's honestly when Seb asks, you kind of do.
I may have to talk to him about that. But so even with that in mind, what do you think is the quickest you could get it done?
Well, I mean, it's been fun. Like, I really do like it. Honestly, if you never came back and paid for it, I would have probably just, continued, and it would have been a cool little project. It took me about this much time to get about this far, and with all the work, I mean, maybe I can give you in the end of 20 days, something like that. I'm very busy. I'm sorry.
Okay, so as long as the price is the same as before. Sorry, I'm not gonna vex you. Sorry, out of character. I'm not gonna try and haggle the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But so I do have something that you might be interested in. So you remember I actually did purchase a map. We were asking about going to the Deep Root. So
that's who you are. You're the crazy people.
Yeah, well, we're the Crass Menagerie. We kind of, our reputation precedes this.
That's right. Yeah. Menagerie.
I think you might find this interesting, and then I'll pull it out and just show her. So we were there. That's why we took so long. We were there for an extended stay, which I imagine most people don't do. Yes.
Back.
And so I'm not quite as good as you are. I can see the detail and the craft that the work you've put into honing your crafts. But I've spent a bit of time around some maps, and I've picked up some things here and there, and I've learned a few things. So me and my friends, we jotted down whatever we could find here and there, and if you would like to make a copy of this, then that would be great. Then I would be happy to do that. In exchange, if you could either get that map out a little faster, maybe, or reduce the price a little bit, that would be great.
And you kind of fold it out, and she looks at it and she goes, "Huh. Okay. Okay. Dregnar, yeah, you were with the group if you wanted to be.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
No, somebody posted earlier, was I there the first time? And yes, I was there the first time whenever he commissioned the map to be made for 10 gold or whatever.
Oh, okay.
She's kind of looking over it. She goes, "Huh. Yeah, that's my pen. So who all did this? You did. There's multiple different strokes here.
I did a lot of it, but then actually, so Dregnar, are you with me right now?
Yes.
Okay, and then my friend here did, I believe, most of the rest of it as well. So we did.
Interesting. Good job, boys. This is not bad. Not
Thanks.
bad. This could be helpful for my local maps. How about this? I'll try to get it done in 2 weeks.
Do I think that's as quickly as she can get it done?
You can insight check her.
Okay. A natural 20, 24.
She really likes the work you guys did, and she feels so one, you understand that she actually really did enjoy the project that you requested, because she's never had one like this before. So she did actually just doodle and do it kind of for fun.
Okay.
And I guess with a natural 20, 24, you said?
Yeah, total.
Yeah, you kind of pick up that, you may have given her ideas for future types of maps. Not just like more, specialized kind of maps. But you do see, just looking at her, that even though, it's hard to tell, you can't necessarily see her skin and everything because of the feathers, but she does look kind of tired. She does look like she's been working a lot, just looking at her body language and everything. And like her feathers, you do see kind of some feathers kind of sticking off to the side a little bit more, not nice and elegantly sleek, down and all that. But she's being
she looks like shit.
Yeah, Grant says it so bluntly.
I look at Grant like, you're one to talk?
Right?
To be fair, you all look like shit.
We do kind of all look like shit, yeah.
And you've all, some of
I
you
didn't say it loudly, I whispered it to Dregnar quietly.
That was my whisper.
There is no volume setting on Dregnar.
There's loud and louder.
Here, do they?
They do.
Oh, okay.
There's loud and louder, yeah. So, so Davis, again, you essentially know that she's being honest. You're reading her like a book. She's just tired.
Okay,
get it done.
So I'll tell you what. So 2 weeks, and you put in a good word with us with Seb. I mean, he knows us, but I just want him to hear good things about the menagerie.
Well, I mean, chances are I'm good. If you guys are going to the league hall, I'm probably gonna see y'all there pretty soon.
Okay.
I make frequent trips right now.
Yeah, I imagine with the amount of work they've got you working on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool idea. The Grot Guard is a cool idea. I like it.
The what?
Grot Guard.
Okay.
Uh,
Have I heard of this before?
Yeah, there's a lot that's happened that we don't know anything of.
You're kind of perplexed. Oh, sorry. That's the people that he kind of arranged to start working on the sewers, and so he's calling them the Grot Guard.
Interesting. So would this be other adventurers, or is this like Verdant Cause members? Who are the?
I don't know. I don't think it's Verdant Cause. Again, he was up in Whitlaw for a while.
So are these people from out of town?
I think so.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know Seb's dealings. Very few people do. Most people just know him as the superintendent of the Adventures League here.
Okay. Well, again, just whatever you can. Just make sure you throw in a good word for us. That would be greatly appreciated. And then 2 weeks, and I will leave this here for you to copy. And then, how long do you need to copy this? Should we come back tomorrow, or a couple days?
Yeah, give me a day or two.
Okay. Well, or if you are going to be by the Adventures League, whenever you're done, just like bring it with you and ask around for us. Maybe we'll be around.
Okay.
We'll
Crass
be down at
Menagerie.
some point. Crass Menagerie, you got it.
Davis
Cantrell, that's me.
Cantrell. Crass Menagerie, Davis Cantrell. Wonderful.
Adam,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask her. I don't know if Davis did this or not, but if you're willing to strike a bargain, we can return any more maps we find while we're adventuring in the area.
Ooh. Adventurers collecting maps. I like it. What do you mean by a bargain? What are you thinking?
Well, if you're willing to compensate us for taking the time to bring you the information, it may not be as, delicate and precise as yours, but just like the one we did before, we could work some kind of arrangement out monetarily, or if Davis or someone else wants a more detailed, nice map, maybe we can work something out that way.
Okay, I will think about it. I mean, this is useful, and who knows what you'll find. Okay, we will come to some sort of arrangement. I'm a little bit too tired to think of it right now, but I like your thinking.
Quick question: How old is she? Do we know?
She looks. You look at her, she looks roughly Marb's age, so
Okay.
She definitely doesn't seem super young, but she doesn't. She's on her younger ages, but she's definitely not like an old Kenku at all.
Okay.
So.
So I'll pull Dregnar, kind of side conversation, be like, hey, I mean, one of the things I think we're trying to do while we're here is trying to get information about the Necromancer Tower and stuff, but do we think we should ask her about this? I don't know if she'd have anything useful, and I don't really want to bring it up, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to use our own personal resources.
All right, fair enough. Okay, thanks, Jade. Yeah, if we, head somewhere and find some maps or make some maps, we'll barter. We'll barter when we get back and discuss it. But keep on that map. Other question. So a map this size, what would be the best way to essentially ship that off to, say, Dollywall?
Dollywall.
Yeah, it's pretty far, but I'm willing to pay.
Well, there are couriers that travel down and around the Mason, so probably just arranging it with one of them.
But they're here in town. That we can arrange that.
Yeah, you'll see them. You can't miss them. They make stops around.
Are they trustworthy?
I would think so. I mean, they carry mail throughout, most of the continent, or at least the southern portion. Wherever the Mason goes, so does the mail.
Which out of character does the Mason for Byway go to Dollywall?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it gets it fairly like they'll branch off of it, but essentially I don't have it on the map. But the Mason is essentially just this paved road that kind of goes from Dollywall down through the center of Cled, through Whitlaw, and then to the major cities of Earendal. It basically just is a long ago commissioned paved road.
It's an interstate, basically.
Actually, yeah, and it does have some little roads and trails that will branch off of it to go to
Right.
important locations. And then like you are familiar in this section because of just the swamp and the hills and everything that are naturally occurring. The Mason does split here, and that's where the terms the North Basin and the South Basin come in. Technically, Green Hill is on the South Mason, and it'll loop around the bottom portion of this section, and then it will eventually run back into the North Mason and become one solid road again. But yeah, that's essentially what you have. Is the bottom half of the continent has this interstate.
Well, thank you again. And actually, I don't think I ever gave her the money. And it was 15 gold, right?
Yes.
So I'll deduct 15 gold.
Okay. She takes it, grabs it, jumps on it a little bit.
It's good. We're good for it. Come on.
I have it.
Okay. Understood. Again, thanks again. Best of luck with all the work you've got. If we hear of anybody who can maybe help you out, we'll send them your way. And then if we can find anything that might help, we'll let you know as well.
I'm sure we'll see each other at the League. It feels like I'm up there every other day. So, welcome back. I'm glad you guys survived Green.
Again, apologies for the delay, the unexpected delay, but I think you understand.
Adventurer type. I get it.
I appreciate it. And then head up.
As she turns and kind of, walks, she stubs her toe and, and then continues into her back section of the store.
It's me.
All right. So that would be Dregnar, Grant, Davis were there. I don't know, Marb, if you came with them and were just observing, or if you wanted to do something different.
No, I have some shenanigans to do at night, but I guess I was with them. I just walked with them.
Yeah. So as you're kind of, I don't remember if you were there the first time, but as you,
he was not, because remember I thought it was Marb.
Yeah, I was.
That's right. You were not. Marb, it feels good to see another Kenku. It's been a while. And she's pretty.
People, how out of character? How common are like Kenku as a race?
So in the bottom half, like down where you've been spending most of your time now, like for the last 10 years, not 10 years, 5 years or so. Not as common as up north in like Yinlara and like above the Osreach Mountains, where you hail, or like where you spent some time as well. So your Kenku are more common like from around this areas. I'm trying to ping. Hopefully you can see it. So like Kenku are kind of like lumped up with like the idea of Sylvan folk, and so your satyrs, your centaurs, your birdkin, so like your Aarakocra and your Kenku, your elven folk. They tend to all originate and have larger settlements up in Yinlara and the vast timberlands. That's not to say that they haven't, come down here. You've seen maybe in the last 5 years, 24 Kenku down here.
Okay. Guess I'd leave the store. I'd go like towards her, tip my cow, like down a little bit, and just walk out.
Yeah, you get a nice little returned, more higher pitched and friendly. A little different for when she stubbed her toe. And then so you guys are out and about. We'll jump over real quick before the night shenanigans. Al, Cal, and Jesus, Roque. There we go. Names. You had completed your dragon chest and started to come back into town. What would you guys like to do?
I think we're going for Ogre Busters, are we not?
Ferris, you ready for it?
You're like, Al, are we?
I mean, it's noon.
I don't think Calisor can talk in animal form, can he?
No, but he can poke, pinch, and try to whatever a crab can do to communicate.
Hey, Calisor, pinch Al's ear if you want to go for Ogre Busters.
Oi, oi. Okay, if you can reach my horns, tap my horns instead. Okay, can you reach it?
Yeah, I mean, he can crawl around as much as he wants. I mean, he's a little crab.
I'm not going to do anything. I don't really know what Orc Busters are, so I'm just going to kind of
I can respect that.
just sit there and be like, put both my little claws up in the air, like,
Give it a little shrug, a little crab shrug. All right.
You doing up there? Is he looking for a party?
Yeah, he's claw dancing. I think that means party.
Okay. Okay, should we get the guys?
Sure.
The hell would they be?
Do we find? Where did they say they were gonna be?
I don't think we were actually
All I
dead.
remember was Amara. We can go towards her tent.
Do we know where Mara's tent is?
You guys have an idea. Like,
Okay, let's go there.
doing your best to recall how to get there. Go ahead and not the three of you, but the two of you, give me survival checks. Treat it kind of like a streetwise in older editions to see if you remember how to get to the little tented bazaars.
Oh no, they're gonna be lost forever.
Oof.
16 total.
16. Okay, that's good.
Everything looks the same.
You are so confident. Like, yeah, we're over at a bar as you start walking and you're going down the wrong street, and Roque is just taps you with his staff and this way, and you recorrect. And then as you guys get to the bazaar, you see the same two half-elven individuals from before your departure to Deeproot. And they wave and say, welcome, what can we do for you? You look familiar.
Yeah, we're part of a group of adventurers, the Crass Menagerie. You've seen let's see, a half-orc, an old man, a birdman. Strange group of folks walking by.
Oh yeah, you guys just came. They left a little bit ago. They went where'd they go? And then they're kind of discussing between them. They went down to the left.
I'll nudge Al and be like, I guess we go left.
We'll give it a shot.
All right. So as you guys are kind of walking around, Calisor, to give you a nice description, Greenhill is very much a town with no rhyme or reason in its construction and layout. You have buildings made of old boats, you have buildings made of wood, of stone, of seemingly metal. You're kind of like walking by and kind of reading the signs, and there is a bakery to a fishmonger next to a hook store. There's no proper layout. And the streets, there really aren't really streets. They're just kind of where there aren't buildings, there's walkways. And then every once in a while you do approach where the river Sly or some of its little tributaries cut through, and then there's little stone bridges, which are easy to kind of navigate, and you see that there's little signage on all of them. And but yeah, so you head to the left down the street as you were, and then lo and behold, you see your friends marching back towards the right, and you guys kind of intersect to each other, bump into each other, say hi, and you are in the middle of the street all together.
Where's Calisor, guys? Is he still out of town?
Yeah, did
I'll
he come
point up.
and I'll
He's
try
in
and
heaven?
flip Marb off with a crab claw, however that looks. Just kind of hold up one claw just by itself.
But it looks like a bird, right? There's an
Hello?
illusion of a
You
bird.
see like
A
a
wing
claw
that lifts it
emerging
up?
from a bird, just kind of.
Wait. He's a crab, but he has an illusion that makes him look like a bird.
Right now, that's what Roque is doing. Yeah.
I like keep staring at the bird, and I'm like, what?
That's racist.
spooky.
I'll be off to the side laughing a little bit, and I'll drop the illusion for a second, and then put it back up.
That clears up nothing. At all.
We got a crab friend.
Wait, he can
Crabasaur,
do
I don't
that? I thought he was like, I thought he became like big things. He can do little baby tiny things too. And
Once I saw the
I'm
Valor-
poking at Calisor just like a teeny tiny little bit, like gently, but like, huh.
With your pinky, I guess.
I mean, I guess, sure.
I'll pinch his pinky with one of my claws.
Yeah, that's probably him.
Do you like pinch and clamp on, or are you just like peek?
Oh yeah, so am I now like holding you?
Yeah, I'm just like grasp onto your
Grappled.
finger.
Yeah, roll a grapple check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you essentially have crab cow
Nice.
dangling from
I've
your pinky.
definitely had crabs on my fingers before, so I'm not really plussed by this. So I'm just like, okay,
Hell yeah.
now what, buddy?
Hey,
And then I'll put him back on Al's head.
so yeah.
I immediately like put my arms around Roque and Al, look at them in the eyes, and go, "Ogre Buster, Ogre Buster," and like start walking over the bar.
Chanting and following him immediately.
I follow Marb, but without hopefully anyone noticing, I'm gonna just kind of like choke up a little, like.
The memory of it.
Yeah, it's just the memory of the second one, and I'm just but I'm Ogre Busters, yay!
I'm a little light on funds now, but actually, didn't we make money the last time we went here? So maybe this is a
Just get
opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm in.
All right.
It's a spirit.
Wait. You have a bunch of material in the bag of holding.
Oh crap!
Yeah, we may want to stow our stuff.
Yeah, I
No,
like.
we're not
realized
gonna
that
get
for a
robbed.
second,
Who
and
would
I go
rob
like,
us?
"Oh, no, my Hydra heart. Can we go stop at the Adventurers Guild first, unload some of this stuff, maybe collect a couple.
All right, let's.
I don't know,
How about-
rewards or sell some of the stuff and.
How about we meet back up at the Bronze Hook at sunset for food and drink?
I like a bath, some dinner, a bath, and then we can go to the Bronze Hook.
I guess we could
Better
eat
get
at the
all-
Adventurers League, so we could just eat there and then come back for drinks at the Bronze Hook.
You can get a Ogre Buster at the Adventurers League.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's stop. Let's go eat, shower, sell a couple stuff, and then go have a good time.
Got a good appetizer.
Oh, guys, Seb is in town. We could maybe finally meet him.
So,
Ooh.
for those that don't remember, Seb was the
So,
contact that Navori and Meeker had here.
So I'm looking to see if we can get our name out there. Maybe get in the action. Or at least learn some stuff.
and back to the league hall then.
Yeah, just letting you go. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop my stuff and go look for that guy.
I look toward Calisor and just, I guess, ask him the little crab on Al. Just like, are you cool with that? We're gonna go to the adventures.
Yeah, and I'll whatever to say. Yeah, sure.
Click both your
my
claws
head.
for yes.
Yeah. Click 'em both.
Left claw for yes, right claw for
Wait,
no.
my left or your left?
So I'll left click and just click it together.
Nice.
Okay, so with that, the group has reconvened, kind of started discussing their plans, and are headed back to the Adventurers League. Traveling through this, Green Hill is always busy. It's not bustling, crazy, but there's always stuff going on.
Quick question. Are we gonna pass over or pass by the dock that we went to, that we met Julian at, or is that gonna be anywhere near on the way?
Depending on the routes you take, but you guys aren't necessarily too familiar with the layout. You could try. It would.
It's just
you
if
could
we're
try-
nearby, I would like to just like look. I'm not gonna go like down and investigate. I'm just keep an eye out and see if I see him. That's all.
Okay. You do your best to recall the way to get down there. With the entire group, you guys kind of work it out, and you do venture closer to the main, the main river Sly, where most of the boats would be docked, and you see. Actually, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sure. 7.
7.
Yeah, 7 total. 3 + 4.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of looking. You don't see Julian, and you don't see Julian's ship in
I'm
the
too
water.
excited about the concept, the prospect of getting some ogre busters in me. That I'm just like, I'll find him later.
Okay. So, but yeah, there's plenty of ships. Looks like most of them, it's getting late afternoon. Yeah, they don't necessarily want to stay out too much later. They probably still have about 3 hours of solid light, but you can tell that some of them are already calling it a day and taking in their catch and all that. So yeah, you then guys as a group are able to easily remember and recall the way back to the Adventurers League, and I guess Cal for visuals again. This is a building that, while all the other buildings don't seem to fit in place, this one definitely doesn't fit in this place. It is essentially a red bricked, oversized home, the size of what you would kind of consider like a modern day mansion. It looks to, from the exterior, have more than 2 stories, nicely, shingled roof, large wooden doors, windows, and it's like fenced off and gated off into like a larger kind of rear courtyard area that you can't necessarily see into yet. But yeah, welcome to the Adventurers League, as there's the marble steps that lead up towards the building itself.
Woo, we're back.
I'd like to just go drop my stuff off at the. I assume, is the house still available? I guess we can ask Sarah if the house is still available, or Hava.
Yeah,
Or we
let's
can
try to
just store
find.
the stuff that needs to stay cold too. Like
Oh yeah, you
parts
guys
of it.
would stuff that needed to be preserved or whatever.
We have a few logistical questions that she was probably the best one that can answer them.
Okay, so you guys enter into the Adventurers League.
Yep. Do we see any of those shitters from before, that other group?
No, you don't see the Bugbear. You don't see the Fire Genasi.
Yeah,
or
good.
party.
I hope they got fired. They're not shit.
As the Crass Menagerie enters, through the portal into the Adventurers League, and you walk in, Cal, what you're seeing is this first floor is very much just a brick, wood, and nice solid floor building. It opens up like in front of you. There's almost like a receptionist style desk with plenty of seating for like 3+ people, and there's shelving and like means of like cubbies and stuff like that behind them. And then as you kind of would like open up, it kind of opens up and you look to the left. The entire first floor is just like essentially a large reception hall. There's benches of different types of dark woods with stools and chairs. There's wooden columns reaching from the first floor all the way past the second up to the third, because the second floor itself is more just like a donut where all the rooms and buildings are kind of off to the side, and it gives this very high feeling to the ceiling in here. There is a subtle smell of food being cooked off that's drifting from where you can't necessarily see. And there's quite a number of different like adventurers. I would say about a dozen or so, or at least individuals. You don't know if they're adventurers. Some of them definitely are, just based off of the equipment that they're carrying, just sitting around in this large reception area. And as the group approaches the desk, you see the bluish skin tone, white hair of the Air Genasi Hava, and she looks up and she says, and her eyes get kind of big, and she's like, "You're back.
Of course.
Where did you go? We've been worried."
Aw, that's sweet.
No, and she kind of reaches over with like a rolled, like a rolled paper and bats you on the head. You do not do this.
Whoa, Marb jumps like 3 feet back. It's like, whoa, rolls of paper. So different.
Yeah,
Would you rather have
imagine
an-
if we had a
I
tabaxi.
like offer her a knife if she needs it. Like, do you need a knife? It works a lot better.
You know what? Maybe.
Whoa.
I smile and,
We weren't
take
like on a
knife out and,
contract.
like offer her the pommel. It's like, here you go. Pointy side goes into the fleshy parts.
Jesus.
You gotta see this like half-cocked grin on her face just for a moment, and she's like, the last thing I have down here for you guys was 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, into the sewers.
Yeah.
And then
We
you
finished it?
vanished. Yeah, vanished.
Oh no, I said we finished it, but hey, we had something else come up. A friend needed some help, so we helped them.
Yes, but you. Where did you go? You've been gone.
That's a conversation for another time. So how's things going here?
For now, because some people put in requests for information when you returned back.
Did they ask for us specifically?
Yes.
That's amazing, you guys. We friggin' did it. We're famous.
By name and everything?
We're famous now.
Well, I'm so sorry we had to let our fans down, but we're here now.
You roll. Go ahead and give her a persuasion check as she tries not to roll her eyes. You still have
do I still? I was gonna say, do I still have the what's it called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Eagle's Eye.
How long does it last?
It's an hour. It's an hour.
I'm gonna let y'all weren't too long at Jade's.
Okay. So this is persuasion, you said?
Yeah, persuasion at advantage.
They were both 15s, so 21 total.
Oh, she like kind of rolls her eyes and she's.
And then I'll like nudge her and be like, "Come on."
Not so much fans. Yeah, the people. I think they were. One of them was worried about you. God, who? And she kind of like starts like going over to one of the boards, and she kind of. I guess y'all are welcome to follow her. And she kind of grabs it and finds it and pulls it off and says, "A sea captain, Julian."
Ah, yes, Julian and I. We go way back. Do you know where he is? Is he around? Could we? Because I'd like to. He actually has something of mine that I'd like to get back.
Don't know this. He put in, and he came in. He's come every once in a while to check on it for news. He said
he'll be happy to hear
y'all were escorting one of his friends or something, and I see you. Where? No friend? What happened to the friend? Did the friend die?
No. The friend's great. We never leave anybody behind.
She's back home.
But in the interest of keeping her, her matters are hers, so that's her business. But she's taken care of.
Right. Well, welcome back. Next time you guys decide to just up and vanish, try to let some of us know.
Will do. So hey, tell you what, we're real sorry that we left you guys, in the lurch like that, not knowing where we were. How about after, dinner or whatever, evening mess or whatever we call it, you join us for drinks at the Bronze Hook on us. A couple of us are gonna put down some ogre busters.
I gag again, hopefully nobody notices.
Wretches in the background.
I appreciate that. Maybe.
Come on. Our treat, man.
Yeah, no, we're very busy with what's going on the eastern front.
There's got to be quitting time sometime. We'll be there for a while, I'm sure.
Right. real quick, Dregnar. As you kind of walked over with Hava to the boards, you see postings. Your eye catches. There's a few of them that are still posted about merchants that have been traveling up and down the Mason that have not returned or have not, been heard from. Trying to just get information. If anyone knows on caravans heading from Whitlaw or all that. And some of these are now older postings. They've probably been up here for a good month or so, maybe a little bit more. Just postings of failed deliveries and people missing. And it was all along the Mason from Whitlaw to here.
Is it any names I recognize or merchant group?
You will take a little time. Go ahead and are you actually going and kind of pulling through the sheets and just kind of looking, or just kind of at a distance, just glazing over?
Once I see that, it's piqued my interest, so I'll go over to the sheets and look.
All right, go ahead and give me an investigation check just to see.
Okay.
I'm assuming we all see this.
Yeah, you kind of, as you have a conversation about ogre busters. You see that Dregnar is not even interested in alcohol and just starts.
Dregnar not interested in alcohol. Something's up.
Yeah, it takes a little bit longer.
Dregnar.
It takes you a little bit longer, Dregnar, but you do essentially find postings, and you do see some symbols and of a caravan that you would recognize, a little like the family crest of the husband and the son that you were helping to escort.
Okay. I will let. What's her name?
Hava.
Hava. I'm like, Hava, I have information on this particular one.
All right. Yeah, she kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, okay." And you kind of hand it to her, and she goes, "Oh, this one's been here for a while. Okay. What can I put down?"
They're dead. They were killed at this location. I give it.
Oh, okay. We figured as much just based off the time. Yeah. All right. We'll send word to the mill where the family appears to become. I'll let them know.
If you don't mind, I'd like to take care of that myself.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Dregnar. Okay. And you can see she's became a little bit more somber after being frustrated with you guys. So yeah. So she looks over at you guys and she says, "Okay. So y'all been gone. You haven't told me where. You look like hell for the most part. Unfortunately, y'all have been gone so long that the room, other people are there now. So
where's all our stuff that was in there?
We took all our stuff with us, didn't we?
You took everything.
No, we had our cart, our horses.
Oh, they're fine. They're still out there.
A giant bag of money under a pile of hay, unspecified pile of hay, but I know I left it there, so.
Go ahead and give me a deception check.
If it's not there,
Marb.
then somebody's got to pay for it.
Deception check, if you don't mind, Marv.
Deception. Ooh, charisma, yeah. And I'm proficient.
Yeah.
Not bad.
24.
24. I hadn't heard anyone turning in anything. I'll ask some of the the groundskeepers if they saw any of your stuff left behind. But again, you guys have been gone for more than 3 weeks. You realize this, right?
Yeah, exactly how long have we been gone? What day is it? And then because I don't think we actually know what actual day it is right now.
You have no idea.
So,
I
yeah,
know,
'cause
not to put you on the spot in terms of calendar
so
stuff, but
for the sake of it, I haven't figured out like what calendar day or that is on. Outside of you guys departed on day 15 to Deep Root. You are currently on day 43.
oh wow, so it's actually been 4 weeks then.
Almost a month, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have been gone for a while.
2
So
fortnights.
yeah, so you can see why they were a little worried. So yeah, so as you guys say that, Hubba will be like, okay, look, come with me. We'll go upstairs. We'll get you, some sort of rooms up there. We'll let you have a couple war rooms or whatever.
Hey, is Seb around? Could we chat with him maybe? We never got a chance to meet him, and we came recommended to chat with him from friends of Goldpine.
Actually, yeah. So Navori and Meeker did say, right? You were supposed to talk to Seb.
Yeah.
And then Wiggs and Lionel need to talk to you. They figured out some things about the potions.
Ah, potions, eh?
Ooh, okay.
I perk up with that immediately, like, ooh, where are they? I wanna talk to them.
Yeah. Marb, as you're kind of like oohing, she kind of looks at you, and then she looks a little bit closer towards you, and she just sees like how acid burned and disheveled and destroyed a lot of your clothing is. No, she's talking to Marb first, and then she goes, "Honey, you look like you've been through hell."
Yep, you don't even know the start of it. But you know what? It's a great story to go over an ogre buster later. And I kind of like wink my eye really awkwardly with my crow face. I don't even know if birds can wink.
You can.
Or if they have eyelids. Yeah, they have eyelids, right? I don't even know.
Yeah, of course I do. You can try to give me a persuasion check if you want.
Ooh, hell yeah.
And then, so Roque, as you say, you voice your little interest on seeing Lionel and Wiggs. Come with me, third floor, up in Wiggs's study.
Okay.
So.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, as you kind of wink at her, Marb, really? You're +9? Jesus, no way.
Yeah. Don't I get my wisdom for stuff that I'm proficient?
But this is charisma. This isn't. No.
Oh, you're right. Then it's -2. -3.
-3? Okay. -3. So 15. She kind of Hava pleasantly smiles in your direction, but she's busy. She's tired. But she does then lead you the Crass Menagerie up to the second floor. She opens a few of the doors and says, "For now, you two, unfortunately, you can have these 2 rooms.
For all of us?
They're big kind of planning rooms.
Oh, okay.
If you want to stay here, honestly, we don't have, but here." And she kind of goes up, and she kind of like reaches up and takes like a latch to where like there's a wall in one of them. Unlatches the top, reaches down, launches the bottom, and then she starts kind of dragging, and the wall separates, and it becomes one giant room. So your choice.
Cots will be fine, Hava. Thank you.
All right, drop off what you need. We got. I don't know if Seb's gonna want to see you guys. He's busy, but Seb knows. When he arrived a little while ago, a week ago at this point, I let him know, and that's part of the stress because he's been expecting some friends from Navori and Meeker, and they haven't showed, and I couldn't tell them where they were, and don't disappear again. Bad menagerie, bad.
We'll make it up to you.
So you guys have 2 fairly large rooms to just drop whatever stuff you want to drop off here. Unless if you want to, I know some of you guys probably want to take some stuff up to Lionel and Wiggs. Some of you might want to take some stuff to Seb, but
yeah, I'm gonna start.
Before she leaves, can I just like pull her aside and it's like, hey, where are the stables around here? Because our old house had a like stable as part of the house.
It wasn't part of the house, I don't think.
It wasn't.
part of the
No,
league,
yeah, it's just part of the
It
league.
was completely separate. Okay, perfect. Then I would know where the stables
Mhm.
are.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to ask her like, hey, what's going on in town? Like we've heard like people are busy gathering. Like the people at the wall like started shooting us. We were just like having a nice friendly race coming into town because we're all excited to see our friends here, and they started shooting ballistas at a friend of ours. What's up with that? Why is everyone in such high alert? If
Uh,
when we left like a month ago, granted, everything seemed like absolutely fine.
well, a lot's changed in a month. There's been actually part of the reason why Seb's a little busy and we've been busy here. Some of the ogres, the hill giants, the swamp giants, all them, they seem to be a lot more active than usual. And maybe it has something to do with. Actually, I have no idea what it might have something to do with. They're being
Come
more
on,
daring.
a
They're
lot more
moving
than
further. Well, they're always hungry, and the run is exceptionally good this year. You see how much people haul in. Even if you're not from around here, you just see the abundance of fish, the abundance of. They're hungry. Hill giants live off just to eat. So it's not. It doesn't take a lot to rile them up into a war band.
But and I'm completely assuming here out of character, they're not very small.
You actually don't know. You can
Ooh, can I do like a memory check?
Yeah, it would be a history check just to know what you know about giantkin in general. You don't get your bonus because they're not related to where your explorer
Yeah,
is.
my intelligence is not very good.
No, 13. There's a whole bunch of different types of giants. You know that some of them, you've heard tales of some very smart, very crafty, very skilled giants, but you've also heard of ones that literally just run around eating whatever they can. So you don't know much about the specific types of giants, unfortunately.
Bananas. Okay, if that's all you know. Again, sorry for disappearing, but seems like we came back at a appropriate time if things are going down.
Maybe. I don't know. So here's then she kind of hands 2 keys. Here's the keys to the rooms, or the war rooms. Who wants them? Take them. I'll take you guys up to see Wiggs and Seb and all that when you're ready.
I'm ready. I don't have.
Sweet. Yeah, I just dust off my cape and like shuffle my feathers, and I'm always ready.
Marb will keep the
As
keys for now.
As you're kind of dusting up your cape, Marb, you just unintentionally rip off another piece of it as it's been like barely held together.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That could have been a
Gonna
pocket.
be really angry.
And
I take out a sewing pocket, sewing kit out of my pocket, and like start like sit on the floor and just sew it up real quick, like a patch or something.
Adam, I'll like scurry off of Al's shoulder and go ahead and transform back into human.
While she's in there, she like kind of gets taken aback and says, "All right, guys, you brought someone. What's this?"
Oh yeah, this is the new guy, Calisor. Calisor, this is
Gustav.
Oh, sorry. Well, some people call him Gustav, but we call him Calisor as a joke. His name's really Gustav.
Yeah, here we have his tags. Oh no, Dregnar has Gustav's tags.
All right.
We didn't get this through because Dregnar wasn't with us when we signed up, right? So we gave him Gustav's tags, or am I remembering that wrong?
I think you got it.
Dregnar
Yeah,
has
that's
no
right.
tags.
This is one of those
okay.
unnecessary lies that we're just gonna,
It's becoming
propagate,
difficult to track. Yes.
extend, and everything.
Then I'm like, oh yeah, he must have lost his adventuring guild tags, but yeah, this is our bud Gustav. He was with us here when we came in. He was driving the cart, we call him Cal out of fun.
I'm pretty good with faces. I don't think I've seen him, but if he's your
but he
friend-
changes his face. You saw him. He changes around, so you probably saw him when he was looking different.
Okay. Okay. Calisor, Gustav. Cool trick. Careful doing that. You might freak some people out. But welcome to the Adventures League.
Does he get? Do we need to get him a tag?
Yeah, we're probably gonna need to get him a tag if he's with you guys. But he wasn't on. I'd have to pull up the original document. I don't remember if he was on.
Have
We'll figure it out.
tags because we already typically have Gustav tags.
What does the contract say about new members to our group and stuff like that?
It vouched for the people in Volpine, not anyone else. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But we're gonna go up to see Wiggs, Lionel, and then hopefully Seb. Drop your things, whatever you need to take up. We'll get going. And then real quick, guys, we're gonna take a little mini break. I need to go to the restroom and I need to be right back. Okay. So I'm muting myself. Just prepare yourselves for whatever you want to talk to. Be right back.
All right, so we're gonna murder all of them if they don't let Calisor in.
Wait, he can see. He'll hear these recordings later. Don't do that.
Oh, well,
no, that's definitely
it's too late. By then, Seb, Wiggs, and whatever Lionel will already be.
Well, I was from Volpine, so I can get tagged. I would like, hey, Gustav, you drop these as I give him the Gustav tag.
Don't forget, Marb, that you're very good at forging things, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, we could do it that way.
That's true. We'll get him his own tags.
Yeah, you have advantage on all checks made to produce forgeries.
We could just do if we end up in a sewer mission or wherever, we just bring Cal along, and I'm sure they'll be cool with him, and he's gonna be awesome, and it'll be fun. We don't have to do all the forging and all that shit.
So
it's okay, we'll get him legit.
I gotta say,
go in the sewer. Do not turn into a bug. Spiders, no nothing.
Yeah, we'll lose you
so
in the
then
mix.
You can trick them into hey, these are good. Spiders, don't attack them. They're
We're good
good.
with spiders, obviously.
Eat the insects.
I will say, Calisor, how do you look when you come out of your crab form into human form? Not even human form, humanoid form. Are you very uncomfortable or what?
Just how am I feeling about being in town, that type of thing?
Yeah, and how do you look about the situation where we're kind of lying about you in front of you?
Yeah, I'll just be super confused, just
But not angry or upset.
No, not angry.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Just what?
At this point, I've pretty much put myself in y'all's hands, knowing I'm in a place that I know nothing about, and so it's kind of well, guess they know what they're doing.
Yeah, we're famous, man.
So I'll just kind of play along with what they're saying.
Okay.
The first person to trust us. No.
Yeah. Fool. You're a fool, Calisor. You're a fool. All right. So, yeah. You guys drop off whatever things you guys do not need to take with you. You are given a set of 2 keys, one for each main door. And then you are able to lock up, and then Hava will escort you guys up to the 3rd floor, where you meet the same set of stairs that you did the one previous time you've been up. You walk up, and as you do, kind of enter, it opens up into a large central meeting, not meeting, but a central area, and then kind of similar to how the 2nd floor is, there are just rooms all along the exterior, and she says, so do you guys want to check on Seb or Wiggs first? do you guys want to do?
Seb, it sounds like he's a busy man and his time is hard to come by, so if we can get time with him right now, let's do it.
Okay. Let me go. Be right back. She kind of walks over, and she gets to one door, and you're kind of watching where she goes, and you kind of recognize Wiggs's door, as it's got. You remember it's constantly damp and moist, and there's sand kind of spilling out from the bottom, and you see like algae and some sea material essentially kind of growing on the outside. And she kind of passes a couple other doors, and then there's another one, and it's a very unseeming door. It's just a regular wooden door. She knocks. You hear a male's voice. She kind of opens it, looks in. You can, if anybody wants to try to listen what she's saying, you guys can give me perception checks.
Sure.
Or is it, she kind of like has the door kind of open and she's leaning in, kind of talking a little bit ways away. No, Jones. No attacking the door.
Not even close.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no. It's getting muffled by the door and just the distance. Marb, you kind of just hear her say, Navori and Meekers, and then you kind of fill in the blank. And then you hear the voice say, okay, bring him in. And Hava kind of walks back towards you guys. Says, okay, Seb will see you. Yeah. He kind of smiled when I mentioned Navori and Meeker, so maybe a good thing. One sec. Jones.
As I can hear Jones is doing something.
Praise Jones, Lord of Chaos.
Attacker of doors. So she takes you guys. You guys get walking, and as you're kind of walking, Davis, Hava kind of notices, new glaive or new glaive? No.
No, you just I forgot to put the cover on.
No, I've seen it without the cover. It's different.
Oh, it's the same glaive. We just it's had a little heat treatment applied, and this has a bit of a different look to it now. Same glaive though.
It does seem a little bit more polished.
Yeah. It's
okay.
I'm getting a little more comfortable with it. It's pretty fun.
Okay. So yeah, she opens up the door. It's a room. It's a fairly large room. Similar in size of like how Wiggs's is. And you have a very heavy dark wood desk kind of in the center, and then a couple essentially kind of like couches in a sense on either side, kind of against the wall. You have a target, like a large chunk of wood that's like suspended on the wall, and you just see axes being like just as if they're stuck in there, like throwing axes. You see all manner of different kind of like trinkets and curios and things collected over probably a life of adventuring. Shiny things, old things, parchments, all that.
Is it like organized or kind of scattered?
More so on the scattered side. And then you kind of see, let me see if I can pull up the image for you guys of them. It's the other one, for whatever reason.
Is it literally Seb?
Huh? No, I did not take an actual picture of Seb. I wish I could. But, there you go.
Oh, nice.
So
that looks a lot like Seb.
Yeah. So you see a halfling male. in heavier leathers, with chestnut hair, and he seems to have like an air of confidence about him. Check, do not jump on the computer today. Thank you. And he kind of looks up to you from his chair and says, "So, you're the ones that Navori and Meeker suggested, recommended? Hi, welcome. I think y'all have already been here. I'm Seb."
Mm-hmm. Well, we were here, and then now we're back.
Right.
But it seems like you've heard of us, huh?
Well, I've heard of the recommendation that my friends have given about you.
What about all the stuff we've done here in Green?
I don't care about the stuff you've done here.
Interesting. All right.
I mean, like, I'm sure you've done great things, but I'm more interested in why my friends would recommend such a group.
I mean, we
Like,
saved
kinda looking over y'all.
the city. In no uncertain terms, we saved the
Do
city.
you even know what transpired at Bullpine?
Uh,
What danger they were in, and the heroes that saved them? Yeah, buddy, that was us.
mm-hmm.
We
You tell me
fought
Meeker
side
and
by
Navori
side
couldn't
with
handle it?
Meeker and Amari.
Not by themselves.
Well, they didn't do it, and they asked us to do it for them. So you tell me why they couldn't do it themselves.
They're getting old, aren't they?
Actually, so out of character, how old does he look?
He looks roughly like Navori's age. So Halfling's age a little bit slower, but 50s, 60s.
Okay.
Still spry, like you can see. As he's kind of chuckling, he grabs one of his he kind of opens one of the drawers, grabs a knife, and just throws it at this little block of wood, and it just gets stuck in there. So he's just chuckling. They're
Adam,
slippery. Uh-huh.
I'll ask him, do you trust?
Do I trust what? Sorry, you cut out.
Do you trust your friends?
Oh, with my life.
Then why are you asking us why they recommended it? Apparently, they've already vetted it.
Oh, they're sweet. They're kind. They've gotten a little bit lazy and maybe lost their edge over the years. But you saved their town. How is Volpine?
It's good now.
Lots of cattle, right?
A couple less than before, but yeah. I don't know if you heard of the fabled Plain Scowl that was sort of on display, but that didn't exactly make it. But that was, right before we got there, so.
Yeah, the freaky one that was apparently killed.
Yeah, there's still some open questions on that, but we took care of the immediate threat that had been raised.
Huh. So 7 of y'all took on. Huh.
Well, I guess actually technically it was 7 of us, but not this 7.
Oh. Not this 7? Someone. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No, it was exactly this 7. Sorry, he doesn't remember, right?
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
Deception check, both of you.
Both of us, okay. I mean, I'm pretty good at it, so. Ooh, but that's a 3, so 6?
Uh-huh. Right. Marb?
Bananas.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Wow.
it's okay. Groups change. People part ways. It's the adventuring life. You're good. Don't worry. Just don't waste time and lie to me. I'm busy. So not the individual 7. So whoever was here that wasn't recommended by my friends, I really don't think I'm going to be that interested in what you have to say. But if friends of my friends then vouch for friends that my friends recommended, maybe I'll listen.
So, what are we here for? I mean, I'm happy to meet you. I just wanted to meet you. But it sounds like you may have something you wanted to talk to us about.
No. My friends said that they recommended you and that I should meet with you. And I don't know. welcome to the Adventurers League. It's really nice to meet some people. You still need to let me know what is going on with you guys.
Yeah, why does everybody want to? It seems like you guys want to
okay,
have
can
tabs on
I-
us.
Say that again,
Yeah.
Dave.
Well, go ahead, Marb.
No. It looks like. Does he know what happened? Because he
You
seems
ask
to
him that?
know like
Does
who
you
we
mean full
are.
play?
But... Yeah.
Do you ask him if he knows what happened? Nico?
Sure. Or you know what? I just like. Is there a like? I assume there's a place to sit down.
Yeah.
I like pull up a
Plenty
chair,
of-
sit down.
Yeah.
And start to give him like all the rundown. It's like, hey, we got a Vulpine, the crazy pigs, the farms, the diamonds, all of that. And us battling the army, Roque convincing them to go peaceful, blah blah blah, and then us coming back, everything that happened on Grapevine, all that shenanigans. Then I take a deep breath, stand up, and I tell him like, that's who we are, that's what we've done. Let us know if we can assist you with anything else. We've heard there's a giant problem, but if you don't want us here wasting your time, now you know what you can rely on us for. And I plug one of my feathers, leave it on the desk as I'm standing up, and I don't know if you guys stay, but I just walk out of that room.
See, now that guy, I like that guy.
We do
He
too.
tells me how it is.
We don't know him.
We
That
kinda
plug
don't.
us in.
So yes.
Adam, this
I don't
whole time I've kind of been looking at all the trinkets and stuff around the room. Is there anything in there that like interests me or questions about?
Sure. Yeah. So as you're kind of just perusing around, you see Calisor collection of elven trinkets that all have iconography that you could have sworn you've seen before. You don't really remember when you've seen it, but from like your childhood. You see gourds that have different like druidic scrawlings on the outside. And then you're kind of reading over it, and it essentially is like a ceremonial gift for a great and wise savior, kind of champion. You see a preserved spine on display from that kind of like wraps around the interior on the upper, and you're looking at it, and you're just kind of going through your head on what that could have been, and then it kind of clicks that that's a dragon's spine. So yeah, lots of little interesting trinkets in here. And it's a mess as well. It's not necessarily like the most organized thing. But so Seb, with Marb regaling the tale, smiles and says, okay, yeah. That is pretty much exactly what Meeker and Navori wrote. So now I know I'm dealing with the real deal. So, and he just kind of relaxes in his chair. Sorry I was a dick. It's just been stressful. And I can't tell you how many people try to get my attention and think they're hot shit, and they're really just kids.
You gotta be picky in your line of work.
It's not so much that. They're idiots that go get themselves killed.
Yeah, we would never do that.
Right. I can see the scars on all of you. You don't have to lie.
Oh, that was just practice. Training.
Right.
Hey.
Just one Bray race did that.
Yeah, really.
He just kind of squints, trying to comprehend what you meant by that. He's like, race.
Hey, you look pretty beat. Would you be interested in joining us later for a round of drinks at the Bronze Hook? Haba
You guys
might be
taking
there.
on some busters?
You mean taking him some busters again? See, I don't think you maybe heard that bit. We have the Iron Shell here with us. And I point to Roque.
That wide-eyed little thing?
Uh-huh. And I'll like I'm gonna start pulling him forward. This guy just slammed 2 of them like it was nothing. Oh yeah. Everybody in the joint was all wide-eyed as well. Just couldn't believe it. None of
You
us
just
could believe it
kinda-
either.
You see Seb jump from his chair up on his desk, so he's like, kind of a higher, being a halfling stature. It's a lowered desk for his
Right.
convenience. Yeah, and he's kind of like up there, and he's kind of looking at Roque as you kind of present him, and he kind of, they must have used some water. They must have watered it down or something. I don't see it.
Round 2 tonight, Rock? Or are you gonna prove him wrong?
CJ?
Uh-oh. CJ being mauled by cats.
It's a very sheepish yes, probably. But
You there, CJ?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm assuming he's not super into it.
but that's okay. We're gonna peer pressure him.
Exactly.
Rock is up to defend his title. I believe in him.
Yeah, you kind of hear the talk, and you kind of turn right back around, Marb, and get back into the room, and then defend Roque.
Marb is gone to go eat.
So yeah,
He's not for that nonsense questioning.
Nice.
He was out of there.
Okay.
So yeah, after evening mess, we're gonna head over there.
All right. Well,
I think you won't be able to miss us.
no, I'm sure I won't. I'll probably see you there.
Awesome.
I need to see this. But seeing most of you came with recommendations from my friends. So and he kind of looks over as Hava's been kind of sitting there in the back, and she makes sure to kind of close the door and stuff. Here's the thing. I was out. I got summoned by the Sovereign of Exchanges up in Whitlaw. He's a very persistent pain in the ass, and wanted me to move my Adventurers League up to Whitlaw for years and years. But little did he know, while I was up there, I was just looking at other groups, and so I kind of am working on securing the underbelly of this city. The swamps lead into, the tributaries, and we have a sewer system here that is not checked. And if any of y'all know anything about that, anything can be found down there.
Oh, we've been there. That was one of the first things we did when we were here.
Gotcha.
What's his Wiggs had us go looking around in that part of town.
Okay.
And yeah, it was not great. So I think you're doing the right thing.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just texting CJ, make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, never mind. I was gonna try and lean on something from my background, but not right now.
Well, so here. So yeah, anyways, I care about Green Hill, and the premier here, he's got good intentions. So there's a part of my efforts are split up in that. The other thing, I don't know if you picked up on it. I'm sure you have. Y'all are adventurers. You pick up on all the dangerous things quickly. And I actually mentioned that you guys got shot at coming into town. The big guys over to the east are causing troubles. So the people we have available that are capable enough, we're sending over there.
What kind of troubles? Are they making trouble in town or just around the outside or what?
No, they haven't made it to town yet, but
They're threatening?
the towers are holding them back.
They seem organized.
They seem like they're working in groups. I don't know how organized they are, but
Is this out of character for what they would normally be doing? Because I mean, frankly, this to me sounds a lot like what your friends up north were dealing with. Just something on the outside of town that suddenly became bad and started threatening the town. So I'm curious if we're seeing a repeat here.
maybe. I mean, they, a few times a year, you know, a hungering, train of ogre bulls running through. Sure, that happens. Or, a couple giants wanting to see what's, easy pickings. Sure. But we're talking, groups of half a dozen or more now. So I don't know. Anyways, you guys just got into town.
Back into town.
Yeah, back. Welcome back, for what it's worth. Stressful times. What, if I may ask, where did y'all go? What happened?
I'm gonna look back at the group and see what everybody thinks about telling him where we were. I don't know. I just don't want to give up information if it's not welcomely given up.
Well, I would not want to talk about Mothras at all. I don't think.
We were helping out a friend west of here.
Okay, like over in the mills?
Past that, out in the deep root, actually.
Wait, I told him all of that already, except the alternate dimension shenanigans.
I thought you were just telling him about
I
Volpine.
thought so too.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. I mean, let's go there. Let's go with that.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you stopped at, when you guys arrived to Green Hill the first time. I'm sorry, Nico.
Yeah, that's fine. That works too.
Why would you go to Deep Root?
We're doing a favor for a friend.
Your friend must be crazy.
She's very crazy.
Right.
We didn't know exactly what we were getting into, but we're adventurers. We deal with it.
Yeah. The job of an adventurer is not to go get themselves killed. Do some research next time.
Speaking of research, do you guys have research facilities? Because we may be headed back that way at some point. And we have questions about some stuff in the area.
Like?
Necromancers and hags. Was that what else?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
some prophecies, maybe.
Undead.
So, his inquisitive kind of, cocky, arrogant self, when you start saying like necromancer and undead especially, he's like, how many, how far, why?
How many necromancers? What's the question?
Yes.
We don't know. We just heard of.
You only killed one.
Okay.
The
Do they know you
undead
came from here?
actually seemed limitless out there. It was just endless swarms of them at night.
Yeah. So you guys don't know the tales of Deeproot, do you?
I mean, we know the one that we made happen. The tale of us kicking that hag's ass.
Yeah, a hag. Good for you.
Thanks.
Undead. So he gets up, kind of goes over to one of his little glass cabinet, glass cabinets, starts opening it up, pulls out a tray, and starts essentially uncorking some bottles and starts pouring some liquid in there. And then kind of comes back to the group and says, well, let's before the ogre busters. And he kind of puts it down. He's like, help yourselves. And he takes one and he starts kind of drinking at some sort of dark liquor.
Absolutely, I'm in it. I'm absolutely gonna drink some.
Okay. So whoever wishes, he poured enough for everybody.
I don't drink it.
What'd you say,
This
Marb?
one.
Marb's like, don't
Crap.
drink. So, he's like, okay. So, Deeproot, as far as I know, and I'm not the smartest one, I'll be the first to admit that, but there's been rumors and tales for decades, centuries back that, you know, the undead are there.
Yep, confirmed.
Fog, swamp, yeah. I'm not surprised. They stay there. If y'all have done anything to get their attention and bring them here, you know how much trouble you just caused.
I don't think we did, but I honestly, in and out of character, have no idea.
No, I think we found out that they're stirring and that they're being more active than before. Is that what we?
I mean, we did find somebody who seemed to be kind of rallying them, and then we defeated her. So that hag is not going to be a problem anymore. But from, I believe, what these other guys found, and I'll point to like Al and Cal and them, like I think they were reading that there's like sisters or others like them or something.
Reading what?
Just some
So
information.
how much do I have I picked up? Do I trust him, do you think, Adam? Like, is there any way to perception check him for
That'd
how
be
much?
insight.
Give me an insight check if you wish.
And you can guidance yourself. Oh wait, no, you're not a cleric. Never mind.
You can go.
Oh no, you're right. That's your druid. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Must find CJ's phone number. Okay, 25.
I
He's
texted Adam. He hasn't answered me.
he hasn't answered me either.
He fell asleep or something. He was up late.
So yeah, he with that 25 total, Calisor, your friends seem to be in a place that they've done work, and the atmosphere, while a little bit chaotic and strange for you, the individual himself comes off as extremely trustworthy and knowledgeable of things. And it's like he's in this position that he's in, even though you don't necessarily understand it, for a reason. So you understand that he's like the head of this group, and therefore he must have some sort of wisdom and insight and understanding and knowledge and ability. Like, from what you've learned, from your earlier days is like, and even kind of in being around with animals as well. Alphas are alphas are alphas. This guy has maintained his position as the alpha here for a long time. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell him about the hag scrawlings, them working together, and also just about the Necromancer Tower and hearing about like the rivers getting polluted, possibly.
Oof.
As that was in there, correct?
Right. So it wasn't necessarily the rivers were getting polluted. The runs were stronger. The runs were that. Okay. So yeah, as you're kind of going through what you guys had encountered and the information that you've collected, with Roque, Al, and Cal kind of helping translate the notes and all that. He will say, great. Okay. He's kind of following and kind of trying to put pieces together. He says, well, so here's the thing. One, you killed a hag who's working with other hags. So you've pissed off a coven, and it looks like you've pissed off a coven of covens. if they know you're from here, we're fucked.
I mean, we didn't tell her we were from here, but she seemed pretty smart and like knew how to do stuff. So
Yeah. So hags are, spiteful, angry,
check.
evil. Kill one, cool, great, thank you. But if they're working together, there has to be some sort of extreme circumstances for them to work together. They don't like each other. You're lucky just getting two others to work together is difficult enough.
Maybe they'll be happy we eliminated their competition then.
But from what I'm gathering from what your friends have been telling me,
Yeah.
they're working together. And my gut says that some of these things are related. Like, we need time to figure what's going on, but I wouldn't be surprised if what Wiggs has been researching is related to what you guys may have found.
So where does the necromancer fit in with the hags and such?
I don't know yet, but you said one of them was using some sort of undead, or did I misunderstand you?
Yeah, they had zombies and little zombie dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
Well, and he kind of goes and, as a mess of his office as it is, he kind of seems to just know where everything is, right? It's an organized mess. So he kind of goes and he's like, goes and pulls out some tomes and moves them to the side and then finds one and then kind of opens it up and it's wish Roque was here, but it's an older book of known practitioners of magic. And one of said practitioners in here that he flips to or kind of finds a entry for is a necromancer that had a tower that was rumored to be in Deeproot 500 some years ago. Whose name is Nimis. Nah, it's signing backwards, but
right.
No. And he says, I don't, this stuff I don't get per se. Like I just, things that we've seen, information that we've collected over the years over that, but I guess I don't know if any, you guys were, how long were you in Deeproot?
That's a funny question. Because I think we were actually there for like 4 weeks, but while we were inside that hag's hut, I think that took like a week, even though it felt like a day.
You survived 4 weeks in that hellhole. Maybe y'all actually have potential.
Thanks.
Anyway, he kind of like leans over and looks more towards you, Grant. So.
Oh, also we killed the Hydra. Just
Okay.
just putting that out
Does that have something to do with all this?
I mean, it was in Deeproot.
Okay. So the hags have a Hydra now? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, not anymore.
Actually, we collect a lot of very useful parts from it.
Yeah, and I think we needed some way to like store those or treat them or something, right, guys? Somebody was looking for stuff to.
Right.
Yeah, that was. I'm not there.
Oh, that's right. You walked off. I forgot.
Yeah, I guess
I
I'd
need
ask
that hard.
him, do you know of anybody who specializes in knowledge of Hydra and leather making, purses, magic, melding
Magic,
of the two?
You want things made, Wiggs, but y'all will meet and get with him soon. Listen. As he kind of like again refocuses on you, Grant. I'm assuming, Grant, you're still like in your armor and everything, right?
I think we all are. Yeah.
Yeah. So he kind of It's like, so I don't know what all of you guys do, but I get the sense that some of you have been exposed to some very terrible things recently. And what about you? I don't know your name. And he's like looking at you, Grant. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you know.
Well, my name is Grant Frostmason.
Frostmason. From down south?
From down south, yes.
Okay. So from the family. Okay.
Yes. And regarding our current situation, we've seen some pretty intense fighting up north in Vol. There was some craziness, and we've seen some incredible things in town, actually. The bugs that we saw. I guess you guys have been clearing it out, but I mean, this is kind of insane. And now there's giants coming from the east. So I don't know. Feels like the fact that the city guard is tense is reasonable.
Yes. And do you think any of this is connected?
I don't know if it's connected, but a lot of out of the norm things have started happening. Even the Plains cow being born up in Volpine is kind of a momentous occasion. It's unusual to have so many things happening at the same time. I don't know. I'm not really a scholar in these kinds of things. I hold up my hammer. I usually just hit things.
So you're an enforcer for the lawbearer.
Actually, I don't know what my standing is with the lawbearer at the moment. Kind of just left my temple and came here.
Okay. I figured you might have had more of a reason to be here, since I can see your symbol of the lawbearer, and they mentioned undead. Your folk like to show up when there's undead.
No, I'm not in any official capacity or anything.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Well,
no. I mean, as far as I can tell.
Okay. Well, speaking of official capacity, it is very much an established rule that if you are going to go back and deal with Deeproot and this Necromancer Tower, I don't know what your plan is, but we cannot provide extra bodies. Because when it comes to undeath, when you fall, you tend to join the ranks. And we're not going to bolster their numbers. So, because I kind of gotten that sense that some of you are more interested in going back there.
Yeah, I think that was on the table for discussion, but we hadn't made any decisions yet. We wanted to learn more about what we'd be facing first, so.
Well, here's the thing. You guys have notes. You guys have details. You guys have officially scared me, and I haven't been scared in a while. Fucking undead. And he just starts muttering about the undead and pours himself a glass and then sees that Dregnar.
I mean, if it's any consolation, the undead didn't seem to be that threatening. It's just there were so many of them was all.
That's the threat. Is there's so many of them.
And there's like probably a good couple dozen fewer now, though, at least. So.
Of
the undead.
Okay. Let me put it this way: ant hills. You squash a few ants. There's still many thousands. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Deeproot apparently is when it comes to the undead.
There's ants? No. It was dinosaurs.
No. Someone help here. I'm trying to get through to your friend.
We don't have to RP me being an idiot if you don't want to.
Yeah. So, but no, there's, and yeah, so like he's in the process of like pouring a few more, and he noticed that like Dregnar's been enjoying it, so he's giving him like 2 glasses at a time. Yeah.
Can I ask him if I can have the book that he was looking about that had all the necromancers in it?
He spins it, slides it your way. Can't have. You can look at it. I mean, I have a feeling you're going to be looking at it because apparently we have some research to do.
So I would just, can I read the pages? Do I glean anything from them?
Take the book, man. Just take it with you.
What are you?
Did you say you said I could not take it, right, Adam?
Yeah, he kind of slides it towards you.
Oh.
So you can like kind of look at it and read it. Like you can pick it up. He's not gonna stop you from picking it up. But if you try to leave the room with it, he'll, clear his throat. Yeah. So what are you looking for, Calisor?
More information on the necromancer and his tower.
Okay. Go ahead, as it's already like on that page. Just give me an investigation check. It's fairly low DC at this point. Okay, 15. So you see that it's an entry. It's rumors that the last time this necromancer was reportedly seen was about 400 or so years ago. They retreated to Deeproot, where they constructed their tower, because of the abundance of magic in Deeproot itself. You do have your notes where you and like your findings about like the engine, by all means, that is like producing the undead or sustaining the undead, and you kind of are able to correlate through some of the things that's written here that the necromancer went into like hiding and was just trying to became paranoid essentially and was bolstering its forces to protect itself for whenever the next wizard, the next mage went to try to attack them or kill them. And then the rumors has it that they developed a means to sustain their undead forces.
Is there any information on if the necromancer is still alive or not? I know you said not last seen.
Last seen 400 years ago. Race was not determined. So if it was not a long-living race, it's assumed they either passed away or figured out a way to keep themselves alive. There's no clear evidence one way or the other.
Okay, I'll slide the book back to him.
All right. Says, I have a feeling we're going to be looking at your notes, this book, talking to Wiggs, and putting our heads together to try to figure out. But that being said, what is your plan? What is this group's plan? What are you doing? And he's going to look at you, Al. What are you going to be doing?
Well, if there's an ant problem, then we got to get the anthill at some point, right?
Great.
It's a looming threat.
Suicide mission into the swamp. Okay.
I don't know there is a solution.
I gotcha. I can. All right. What about you, Lawbearer? Grant, was it? Ogre Buster.
Tonight, I kind of just want an Ogre Buster because it has been a long journey back home.
Okay. And then tomorrow?
I don't know.
Honest answer. I appreciate that. What about you? I don't. The one that's and he's looking at you, Davis. I don't remember if you gave him his name.
Davis. Yeah, no, I don't think I didn't give my name. Davis. Yeah, not really the plan maker of the group.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you figured
But what
that
do you
out.
feel? Like, what is your gut telling you?
Deeproot is really bad. It was not fun there. There's bad stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, I was scared too. And I wanted to get the hell out of here. So my plan was we come here and figure out if and when we go back there, what the hell we're going to do. But I don't think we know what we would do when we got there yet, so I kind of don't want to go back there.
Very well. And he goes over to his drinking buddy, Dregnar. And he kind of puts his glass and clinks it with you, Dregnar. What about you? No, James. Are you muted?
Yeah, I see his thing lighting up.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, you can. There you go.
Okay. I'll go. I pretty much drink and kick ass. So if they need me to kick ass, I kick ass. Other than that, I'm gonna drink.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of
But the undead is unnatural and it needs to be taken care of. And we do have an ability to protect ourselves while picking them off, because I don't know if they explained the heals.
Ah. Okay. And I guess you gotta go into the explanation about the hills.
Yes, that we can use range to thin them out and be protected at night while on the.
Interesting. But y'all have not traveled. You've not found the Necromancer Tower, right?
We have a friend of ours who is scouting that area right now.
Poor Roque.
Oh,
You
yeah.
left someone there?
It's a friend, familiar manifestation of our friend
Hellier.
here,
Gotcha.
and she's flying around, trying
Gotcha.
to gather information.
Okay.
She hasn't reported back, though.
Okay.
She's a smart bird, though.
She's great.
Good. And then I guess they'll look at Marb, who's like kind of chanting Overbuster and all that.
From down the hall.
Oh, I thought he came back in. Did I miss that? Ate his belly. Oh, and Marb.
Yeah, I can.
He's probably back there.
I'm making a crowd down at the mess hall.
Gotcha.
Just chanting. Oh,
Gotcha. All right.
Iron
And
shell.
then
Iron shell.
yeah, I guess the because
Shit.
the Iron Shell's not here right now. We'll take a break here pretty soon, and I'll give him a call, make sure everything's okay. But hopefully he'll go back to you, Calisor, and say, and what about you? What does your gut tell you?
I wanted to go to the tower while we were still in Deeproot, but
Okay.
I'll follow wherever my friends go.
All right. So if y'all are typical majority rules, it sounds like you guys are going back there. Great. All right. Here's the thing.
Do you have something more pressing that you think we should take care of over going back there?
No. I think you guys can do what you wish. You guys are adventurers. I do not.
But according to what you said earlier, this is a problem for you now because you said that the swamps feed into the tributaries, which feed into the sewers. So the undead could easily come into the city through the sewer.
Yeah. No, you're right. Just distance is the thing, right? Right now. Deeproot is miles and miles away. It's what, 3 days by boat? How long you guys were walking? How long did it take you to walk back? I don't think anyone actually done that before.
We didn't walk. We had some magical things to help us get back. Magical donkeys. Mine's named Apples.
and walking on water.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, horses, donkeys, swamp, that doesn't seem faster.
Yeah, they could walk on water.
Gotcha.
Thanks to our friends. Which I don't remember who did that. Was that Calisor?
Me and Grant.
Oh, both of you. Okay. Yeah, I would point to like these guys here. They did
All right. Well, here's what we'll do. I'm glad I met you. Sorry I was being a little bit difficult, but I had to see what you were. Welcome to the Adventurers League. My friends, they still got it. They still know how to pick people out. Thank you for helping them. I'm sure their old bones needed it.
They held their own pretty well in battle as well. We fought alongside them.
Good to hear.
They've still got their chops.
Good. So you guys seem determined to get some ogre busters in you.
A little bit of food first as a bit of a buffer.
Yeah, and frankly, we'll figure out tomorrow.
Tomorrow is a problem for tomorrow.
No, tomorrow is the day that we figure out what this group is doing. And if you are really heading back west, well, I can't necessarily supply you with people. I might be able to get you some things to help you. Because, like, my dwarf friend here just said, if it's undead, it will eventually become a problem. And if it comes here, I'd rather stop it before it gets here.
Real quick, Seb. Have you ever heard of a group of people called the Black Purse, calling themselves the Black Purse? Hey, CJ back.
Welcome back, CJ. Are you okay? Is everything okay, man?
I don't want to tell you what happened.
Okay.
Alright.
That's fine. As long as you're okay.
I apologize, guys.
Don't worry about it.
I fell asleep. My
That's
bad.
fine.
It's okay.
It happens.
We all, trust me, especially me right now, Danny can relate fairly well too. Crazy schedules happen. But the Iron Shell has come back to go slay some ogre busters.
We're not there yet, but
Heck yeah. Are we still with Seb?
we were still with Seb. We're about to leave. I asked him if he knew about the Black Purse.
Black Purse.
They're a bunch of like 2-bit. There's a 2-bit crew around the outskirts of town. I don't think they're much of a threat. I think we, frankly, did you guys a solid and basically kind of changed their minds away from their life of petty crime. But I was just curious if you'd heard of them and what your opinions of them were.
No opinion. Don't know them.
All right, good to know.
Right. Thank you. All right. So tomorrow, after y'all sleep off your ogre busters, come, get with Hava. I'll have Hava and Sarah know that you're meeting with me, Wiggs, and we're gonna figure out what to do.
Sounds good.
I can't believe I'm helping people plan to go to Deep Root.
Back to Deep Root, no less.
Yeah.
Take the whole league with us. There you go.
No.
Oh wait, you just said you're not going to give us support. Yeah.
I will not send more people. Now we're able to survive on your own. You apparently have some sort of abilities and some knowledge. Smaller groups are easier to manage, even though not necessarily the smallest group, but you survived.
We work well with each other.
Sounds like it. Or maybe y'all will end up somehow saving another town. Okay. So with that, unless if anybody wants to ask Seb anything else or has any inquiries, he's gonna kind of motion to Hava and she'll kind of open the door. And she's just been quietly listening, taking in all this information. And yeah, y'all are welcome to meet Marb downstairs, who's trying to rile up a big old group of people.
Aren't we? I still like to go see.
Wig?
Yeah, Wiggs and Lionel. Very
okay. As you're gonna head out. Okay. Yeah, so you guys kind of voice it to Hava as you're leaving Seb's office, and she says, yeah, sure. Yeah, and she kind of, the door, and y'all don't necessarily wait, you just kind of go to the door right behind her, and she knocks, and she opens it, and then she sees Wiggs just back-turned, doing what Wiggs does, like alchemy stuff, and Calisor, for you haven't seen this one before. I think Dregnar, you were within this room, if I recall. But it is very much a seascape, ocean, coastal scape, like, feel to this room. There is sand, there is mud, there are all manner of ocean life just kind of that like the crustaceans and stuff like that just scurrying around. The air is extremely humid. It's like 100% humidity in here. There's condensation on the walls, on the ceiling. There's like it drips. But Wiggs is a trident. He is a man from the sea. So he's very comfortable here, and he's working. Yeah, I can. Here, I think I still have the concept picture for him.
Yeah, I think you said trident, which was like what?
Oh, sorry, Triton.
I was like,
My apologies.
So he has 3 points and 1 point. You know, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have quite a pointy set of hair, or fins. So yeah, I posted a picture of Wiggs in our channel.
Does he carry a trident?
Looking around his room, he indeed has a trident. Stashed up along the wall, kind of like on display. And he kind of turns and he says, "What do you need to have a... Oh, hey, time, menagerie."
Yay! You remembered.
We'll pretend like Marv's done and went out back.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Like, Marb, you've been waiting down there.
'Cause, yeah, we were with Seb for a
I
while.
just walk in and poke Al and tell him oh man, there's gonna be a big crowd tonight for the Ogre Busters. Let's make sure let's get a good coin out of these fools.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And rubbing my belly as whatever delicious food I just ate.
Yeah, and Marb, it's been nice. You've been sustaining on things that you've foraged, little critters that you've killed, and Lawbringer crackers. So now it's like you had real food. You had, properly slow cooked capybara and some nice, just it's nice. It's nice to have some bread. It's nice to have some good food. And it's nice to have Jones attack the door.
Classic.
Good job, Laura Chaos.
He's just showing the other cat what he's going to do to him if he keeps messing with him.
Show that door what's up.
Okay, so we're with Wiggs now, right? Oh wait.
Yep.
Well, Adam is. Yeah, there you go.
I was just moving him away from the door. Yes, you guys are in Wiggs's office. Hava smiles and just says, "Wiggs, you're gonna have a meeting with Seb and these guys tomorrow, but I'm gonna go downstairs. I've been up here far too long. I need to go back." And she kind of heads down. So Wiggs is like, "Meeting? What's happening? Did you find something out?" You can kind of see his the gills on his neck kind of frail out with kind of like excitement, kind of.
Well, first, I brought you some gifts.
Ooh, for me?
Yes, so I'll take out the tropical guide mushroom poison that I started crafting.
Okay.
And then also one of the guide juices and explain to him how we came about this, how we found them, and they may not work based on what we saw when we were coming back.
Yeah, so you hand it to him, and now that you've actually looked at it yourself, you kind of see that the color is just black, tarry goop, and that's definitely not what you were expecting it to be. So yeah, you're as you're describing what they were doing, you're kind of saying, "I don't think this is going to work anymore." He kind of looks and says, "Yeah, it looks like it's just kind of decomposed." Sounds like it was some nasty stuff, though.
Yeah, but if anybody could figure out how it worked, it'd be you.
Me or more like Lionel, but sure, thank you. And you said it was from mushrooms?
Yes, and I'll describe them and all that.
Okay. And he's kind of you see him quickly grab and just start kind of scribble down what you're saying. 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
Classic Jones. Jones is going to
Blast
town.
Jones, you can't stop a load of chaos. Everyone knows that.
Fuck this door. Fuck this door. Fuck this door.
Yeah, he's basically like, "Oh, fuck this guy." I just put a chair. If he does it, fine.
No, man, he's showing the baby kitten what he's going to do to him again.
I know.
You keep talking shit, cat, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah. If in a little bit, I might just open and let him go on the balcony. But when we actually take our proper break, So Wiggs will smile and say, "Yeah, we'll try to figure it out." And he's been kind of scribbling the notes. Says, "So okay, what else? What are we planning? What did y'all find out? What's going on?" And then, yeah,
We need to investigate your mills, the main ones for your potions and whatnot. There's definitely something going on there. We know that for sure now.
okay. Actually, you reminded me those potions that I hadn't made, and then Lionel, and we found out. So I think you're right about something with the mills, because the materials that were used, they were standard. There's nothing, nothing out of the ordinary. But these potions came back and they were feculent. They were full of properties that we were not expecting.
Yeah, someone or something or some magic or I don't we don't know. Is corrupting things, and it's tied into the scary swamp that we were just in, and yeah, we need to investigate your mills before it gets worse.
Okay. That's terrifying concept, because there's so many mills and they literally produce hundreds of different things.
How many ingredients go into the potions that were
That
spoiled, and from which windmills they came through? Like, there's got to be a way we can like knock some of them out based on the ingredients they produce, right?
Yeah, so luckily in this case, it was one windmill that I used. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna just open the door. He's about to break the blinds.
Let them break.
And Jones wins again.
Undefeated of all time.
Praise Jones, the Lord of Chaos, the one and only true God in this world.
All praise.
Hail Jones.
Hail Jones.
Praise be to Jones.
We just started our own like religion in character of Jones,
the Cleric of
Lord
Jones.
Of Chaos.
Well, here's the thing. He doesn't even want to go outside. He just wants the door open so he can look outside. It's just...
Oh.
Just Jones.
He just wanted to make you do something. It didn't matter what.
What a little Lord of Chaos.
Okay. So, Wiggs kind of goes on the explanation that the mill that he used, and he can, describe it. He can give you where it is, the name of it, all that. I just can't find. I'm being honest right now. I'm distracted because of the cat, and I can't find it in my notes. But I will find it, and I'll let you know. But he says, "Yeah, I use all this stuff was in one mill."
Well, at least we know where to go.
Yeah.
Do you trust all the people that work there?
I mean, they've never gave me a reason not to. Been using them since I moved to Green Hill. And I've been here for over a decade now.
Okay, well,
what's the name of this people that you trust? Like, who is your supplier and the windmill?
We supply to the windmill. What do you mean?
Or, I mean, who works at the windmill? It's not like a magic windmill that mills ingredients by itself. Like,
yeah, my friend, my acquaintance, and his family run it. They work it.
There we go. What are their names?
And
Where was the last you heard about them?
Like,
what if they're dead now?
I would hope that they're not dead, because I feel I had a written correspondence with them about a month ago, I believe.
So you mean right around the time we were here in town and creepy stuff was happening?
Yeah, they're the Olivine Mills.
Okay, well, I think I can't speak for the whole group, but I would like to go there tomorrow. Today we need some rest, but
oh yeah, we'll definitely go. I'm with Rock. I think we need to investigate the windmill, maybe its connection to the tower, and before we head out for another like 4 weeks to Deep Root.
Adam, you may have said it. What direction is that mill? Is it?
All the mills are going to be to the west.
Would that be
So-
east where all the problems are happening, or?
Yeah, so here, I'll jump you guys back to the Volpine map, or not Volpine, the Green Hill map. So east is where the Foxwoods continue. And then along the eastern front, there's a whole bunch of watchtowers and guard posts and all that to keep. It's usually to keep, beasts and stuff that come through, but there's the occasional ogres and all that come and try to pillage and raid. And that's what they do, and they established it as a means of defending Green Hill. And then over to the River Sly runs from the hills, which are the mountains, which are the Grey Crow Mountains, which are on the map. And then it forms and it runs through the Foxwood into Green Hill and then out through Green Hill and into the swamps of Green Hill. There's mills atop. There's both. There's water mills and there's windmills, and they're atop the hills and they're along the tributaries and all that. And that's what they use them. And essentially, a mill can be used for so many things. It can be used for, grinding oyster shells into powder, which then can be mixed with stuff to be made into like a type of cement. It's used for medicinal herbs. It's used for potion making, just grinding all manner of different things into powders, dusts, pastes, components that can be used. So there's, I don't have a count, but there's potentially like over 100 mills in the greater section west of Volpine. Sorry, of Green Hill. Oh.
Davis, you have a map, right, of the local area?
Not at the moment. Sorry.
Alex, can you just give us a good location, and we'll. And do you want to come with us tomorrow? You know the
we
people.
can also ask. I mean, if there are plenty of mills, we can ask in a couple of them to point us to the Ollivander's mill.
Olivine
mill.
Well, the thing is they're kind of a bit of a ways down. They're one of the furthest mills. But sure. I mean, I'd rather I can send you with, documentation or whatever so that they know to accept you and talk to you.
Wait, where's Leslie? Can he take us there? Wasn't he like
Leslie's off on the Eastern Front helping.
Oh, bananas. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one was Leslie, Marb? I don't remember Leslie.
He was kind of like the gorilla kind of guy.
Oh, Tiny Legs!
Yeah, we never figured out, like, we had a lot of questions about his character.
Do we trust
But we
Tiny
had a blast in the sewers. Yeah, he was a pretty good guide.
I'm happy, guys. That's all. Oh, where's Lionel? I have some mushrooms I want to ask him about.
Some more mushrooms?
Yeah. Dragnar's mushrooms were. We all ate those. Those weren't that great. I have mushrooms from the toad, the friendly giant toad guy.
Friendly giant toad guy. Very specific.
Yeah, his name was Calisor. What was Toad's name?
Jesse, you're on mute.
Mothra?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah. I don't know. Rock, he probably out in the woods for a reason, in the swamp for a reason. So,
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I just have some different mushrooms. They're special.
Okay. Sure. Do you need me to look at him now? It's no.
Sure, I'll give him one. See if he. But I'm gonna hand it to him like a little suspiciously because last time we gave him potions, he never gave them back, and I had to have Marb steal him that very. So I don't know.
Yeah.
He takes it and kind of looks at it and you said it's a mushroom?
I think so. You telling me it's not a mushroom?
No, it's just you've piqued my interest. And you can kind of see he kind of like goes, reaches, gets something, and just kind of places the mushroom just there for the time being. Looks at it. All right, I'll look at it in a little bit.
Wiggs, I got something else.
Okay.
I'll pull off the bandolier and say, we came across these potions, but we don't know what they are. Could you help us out?
Absolutely. Now, yes. Okay. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. So he will take the bandolier and from you, and he'll just kind of start looking at them. He'll kind of uncork one, and the one that he uncorks, wrote the descriptions for you somewhere. I can't even remember now. Yeah. So he uncorks one, takes off the stopper, and it's the one that has like the multicolored liquid that seems to give off like a little wisps of harmless flame. He runs his fingers over it. Not even hot. Smells it. Oh, smells like burnt chilies. This, easy. This is a potion of dragon's breath. And I will put the link in it. So Dregnar, these will be what you can add to your character sheet since you got the bandolier, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let me find it real quick. I think it's a dragon's breath potion. I'll find the link for you. So yeah, that's the first one that he does, and I'll give you the link for it here shortly. There it is. Boop. And then the next one he'll kind of take, and as he kind of takes it off the bandolier, you see that it's just by his reaction, it's like heavier than he was expecting. Like the actual, it doesn't seem like it's a heavy potion, but he like actually has to like cradle it, and he's like, heavy. And he tries to like take the cork out, and it takes him a minute, and he kind of hands it to you, Dregnar. And he kind of does the motion to take the cork out. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
I secretly hope you fail it so that I have to do it.
Okay, 12. Yeah, that's what you needed. So you're like twisting, dunk, and it comes out.
Love you, David.
And as you get it out, it's crazy because like the bottle itself, it's heavy. The cork itself is really heavy, and it's just regular cork. And you kind of turn and look at it, and there's like metallic staining through it, and it's kind of like seeped in. And then Wiggs kind of goes over there and puts his his pinky down and kind of swirls it around and takes it out. And what you see is his entire finger is like covered in like metallic sheath, like liquid, right? And it's kind of swirling, and it looks at elixir. Okay. I think I can't determine what exactly it is. Oh no, aftertaste. Yes, aftertaste. This is an elixir of adamantite blood. So the next one that you have. So what are potions? I'm posting the potions in the channel, so you guys can kind of look them up if you wish. The Dragon's Breath potion, it allows the consumer to basically kind of emulate like a small dragon's breath for a little while. Might make your stomach a little upset afterwards, though. So just kind of, to all their, just be warned. You need a strong gut to keep it down. This is an elixir of adamantine blood. This one just makes you more protected. Essentially, if you consume it for 1 hour, your AC cannot be less than 18. Even if you're not wearing any armor.
That's pretty sweet.
The next ones that you hand them, there's Dregnar. I need you to roll me a d4. If you'd be so kind, Dregnar. 2 plus d4. All right, 3, so 5. The next is like a series of 5 very similar potions. And he looks at them, he doesn't even need to like do anything. Those are just healing potions. So you guys have 5 regular healing potions. So 2d4 plus 2 healing. So it's 5x. 2d4 plus 2 healing pots. Then what's else on the bandolier? I'm trying to remember at this point. You
The
had
dragon fang ones or
the
the
electric
fang ones?
blue. Gotcha.
Electric blue, yeah. Smoke.
So he will take the electric blue one and be like, huh. He sets that one down and then he kind of grabs the other one and kind of looks at him and is like swirling. And you see that the stoppers are different on them. It's more like they're ornamented to, they're a fang or a claw or a tooth or something of it. And he's like really focusing in on them and he's like, I need to think on this one. He puts them 2 down. And then there's that last one that there's always this like constant trail of smoke. And he kind of like puts his nose near it and you just kind of, oof, iron, blood. That one might be the most dangerous one that you have here. That's probably some sort of witch brew. How did you get that?
From a witch?
Yeah, makes sense. Go ahead and give me a deception check real quick.
Me?
Yeah, it's not from a witch.
I don't know that. I think she's a witch, whatever. It's fine.
I know, but...
That's fine, yeah. 22, actually. 19 plus 3.
It's like, okay, well, advice would be avoid witches, and you probably... I mean, it's yours, but be careful. This will basically cause the Imbiter to go into a fanatic, zealous fury.
Well, like this guy does.
And
I point to Dregnar, obviously.
Sure. Yeah.
Potion of Dregnar.
It's a potion of Dregnar. Potion of Dregnar. Write that down.
So no, this one's pretty. So essentially, for the next hour, if you consume it, you're immune to Charmed, Frightened, and being put to sleep. You get the aggressive feature, which means you can use your bonus action to move towards a hostile creature. You also can make 1 weapon attack or an unarmed strike attack as a bonus action. So even if you're wielding like a 2-handed weapon, you can still smack them. Bonus action. And then the big thing on this one is if you take the attack action, you make a minimum of 3 attacks. If you do make 3 already, you make 1 additional. And then there are some side effects from taking the potion. It deals with exhaustion and psychic damage.
2 levels of exhaustion. Yikes.
So, yeah, that's...
It's like crazy frenzied rage, basically.
That's the oh shit potion.
That one, I would be very afraid of anyone who takes that. There's
out in a blade
of like, huh?
Going out of never mind. No.
Yeah. Actually, as he's gonna start yabbering on, anyone trained in religion, you can give me a religion check. Wiggs is gonna say there's usually these type of potions are concocted for fanatical zealots to be able to, well, do the word of their god or prophet in a murderous fury.
26.
Whew.
Yeah, 17. That's still good. So yeah, geez, 26. The 17, Grant, you've in your scrawlings and as times in your place, you've read about like essentially like religions that are based on war and blood and collecting skulls and stuff like that. And
We call cults. They're not actually religions. They call themselves religion.
sure. And then Roque, you actually, same information, but you realize that this potion itself is made from the blood of a zealot in a mad fury. That's why it smells of gallons of blood. That is why it smokes of like witch's cauldron and all that. It is a dark potion. It is not a good thing, but it has its uses.
I would just say, like, guys, be very careful with that last one. It's it doesn't come from a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then,
it's from that witch we had.
and then the last one, he kind of goes back to these and he goes, well, if you have one of those, and he's pointing to the witch brew, I guess my hunch on these two isn't far off. So have any of you heard of witch slayers, ghost hunters, stuff like that?
Would any of us? I don't know.
Would any?
I mean,
Roll history.
Ghost Hunters was a terrible TV show in the 2000s.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I'll say like you've
Yeah, but I've heard about ghost facers.
Ghost facers.
That was Supernatural, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, so he'll say, well, this one, there's an order. Most people will either call them like Order of the Lichen or Order of the Claw and Fang, and they seek. This is a knockoff of what they do in their ceremony. Whatever these are, they're attempts to reproduce what this order has been able to create secretively for who knows how long. I'm gonna uncork. One smells it. Smells like. And he's Cleric is like. Anywho, if this is what I think it is, it's going to try to bring out your animalistic nature, if you have any.
I'm staring directly at Marb when he says this.
So they're be careful, and he's like, again, this, if you're not ready for what this will do to your body, this could kill you. He kind of hands him over. I linked them now. I'm linking them now. They're called taming brews. So a little lore dump is blood hunters. There's an order of them called Order of the Lichen, and they go through a ritual infection essentially to become lichens, and they learn to control it. And they have different means of like herbs and salves and remedies to try to help the individual go through the process and essentially tame their beast. This is a knockoff of that.
Interesting.
So it has its perks. It also has its dangers. And he he puts the potions nicely back in the bandolier and hands it back to you, Dregnar.
Ooh, well, so as soon as Dregnar gets that back.
What was that? Someone cut out.
Yeah, me. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when Dregnar gets it, I'm gonna have like been inching closer to him, and then puts the bandolier back on. I'm going to cast minor illusion to make like the sound of an explosion kind of over the side of the office, and then I want to see if I can steal the Dragon's Breath potion without anybody noticing.
Okay. Slide a hand check with advantage.
Nice. Thanks for the advantage. I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Jesus.
What's your total?
Your total's still like 19 or something, isn't it?
Is it just 20?
Nat 20 and sleight of hand is just 20.
Okay. I don't think anyone's passive perception is 20.
No.
No.
Yeah, Roque.
No.
You managed to slip the dragon's potion out of the bandolier.
Okay, I
Nice.
giggle a little, hoping nobody notices, and
Like, people
I'm-
kind of turn, and then as you made the little boom, Wiggs is like, "Oh, what did I leave over there?" And kind of goes over and is like, "What?"
I'll just be like, "Hey guys, he's got something blowing up in his office. Maybe we should go for Ogre Busters."
Ogre Busters, yeah.
Before we leave, Roque, you have the bag of holding.
Yes, I do.
But I'll ask Wiggs, like, hey, we also killed the Hydra and we harvested a lot of its parts, but we need anyone with expertise in how to shrink a Hydra hard or build a bag of refrigeration out of the skin. And,
You
those
just
are
see,
more
like, you-
magically specific actions. So if you know of anyone that could help us with that.
He's just like almost like a child for a moment, just kind of points to himself and smiles.
Like, if you can make us a bag, I'll give you enough material for 2, and you can make yourself one.
Whoa, Roque, that's a lot, my man.
Let
You
me.
are very generous.
Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't do that. Sorry, it's not all my stuff, guys. Is that okay? Did I?
Wait, huddle? See, party huddle? I don't know.
As you just party huddle in his little.
Huddle in the middle of his office, and like we include him, and then we realize it's like, oh no, you go wait out of the huddle.
Real quick, as you guys are
Did we
huddling.
do this last time to him?
Yes, you did. As you guys are huddling and they kind of drag you into it, Calisor, and you kind of turn your back, you've noticed that a lot of the little, like, hermit crabs, proper crabs, there's some sea slugs and snails, there's like all these different they just kind of are like drawn to you, Calisor, and they just kind of like, cover your feet, walk over you, walk around, they're just kind of happy.
Yeah, I'll be.
Go ahead. Have your
just
help.
kinda, playing with them, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Yep.
I feel pretty at home. So in this room. But Roque, we don't know how much material it takes to actually make one of these bags. I'm not sure if we just want to be offered to just give away, because I mean, for all we know, it takes almost all of it just to make one.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta.
Also, it's probably a rare material, so
I
just huddle to Roque. It's like, I know you gave all your gold to the bandits, or a lot of gold, but I got your back, man. I'm an expert here negotiating, so you'll be the muscle and I'll be the brain. How about that?
Yeah, okay. I'll give Marb the bag of holding just for this interaction, and I'll be like, I'm gonna go play with the crabs, and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna leave the huddle and just start playing with little crabs and everything.
Again,
so we love you, Roque.
And the crabs, Roque, like, they're genuinely they're not like timid and trying to scuffle away. They just kind of go there. You kind of put your finger down. They kind of go up there and give you like a little pinch, not like a hard pinch, and you kind of scuttle around. Okay,
I'm gonna like grab one of them and put it on my shoulder and talk to it like I would talk to Pebble.
Okay. It sits there and it kind of one eye as you're talking, because it kind of retracts the one eye into its shell and the other one's looking at you, and then it kind of slowly unretracts and pinch.
Do they seem off in any way to me, or do they seem like perfectly normal?
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Adam, I have a random mechanical question.
What's the mechanical question?
So you remember Bravura and how that works?
Say that again?
You remember Bravura and how that works?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have used it during that thing when Roque was trying to do his thing, but would I have even had an opportunity to do so? Probably not.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known what he was doing.
Right. I mean, the whole thing is the check was to see if I would know what he was doing. It is kind of an opposed check, right?
Yeah. I would say
in that sense, it doesn't seem like it makes sense.
But I would say in this case, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, like as written, no. I mean, as written, yes. As intended, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought. Just checking.
Yeah, so Calisor, with that 9 on the nature check.
Can I guidance myself on that?
Yeah, if you would have done it. That's fine.
Yeah, I would have. I just
Good.
house spy, do that.
How embarrassing.
12. So 12 total nature. They seem to be everyday normal sea creatures. It's interesting to see them living in a room that is essentially like a recreation of a coastal atmosphere. Yeah, they seem live and normal. They don't seem like they're conjured by any means. They are natural creatures.
Okay, while Marb goes to go haggle over all that, can I ritual cast speak with animals?
Sure.
And
It'll take you a while. Like, I don't know if you want to take the 10 minutes.
Well, Marb tends to talk for a while, but
I can give you 10 minutes.
yeah, you can give me 10 minutes.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, I have the spell slot, so I can just go ahead and sit, I guess, since I got that short rest. So yeah, I'll just do it.
Okay.
And just kind of have a conversation with the crabs and ask, like, hey, why are y'all living inside a house? And
Houses are dumb, idiots.
He's like, they kind of respond with the best of their intelligence. They're like, well, we live here. This is home. We like it here. We have food. We have shelter. We have friend.
so, Wiggs is your friend?
Wiggs is good friend.
Good friend. He treats y'all well. Seems like a good guy.
Best.
Okay, cool.
Pinch. We know pinch.
Yeah, I won't. I won't ask any more questions or anything.
Okay. Yeah, they seem happy. So yeah, anything else that you guys want to ask Wiggs for? You got your potions identified.
I'd just be like, hey, I don't have a lot of those mushrooms, so like, when you figure out what it is, send a note to me or find me or.
Well, Hava said we have a meeting tomorrow. I'll try to have some information for you.
Oh, that fast. Okay.
I mean, it's interesting. It's a mushroom, but it's not a mushroom. It's a mushroom, not a mushroom? Mushroom. Anyways, anything else?
Buster.
Yeah, can I ask Wiggs, okay, like, let's negotiate this deal for the Hydra stuff.
Oh, right. Hydra stuff. Okay.
How long does it take to drink a Hydra hard and make a bag of refrigeration?
Okay, well, I need to see the materials. So you guys have like 81 pounds of the skin. I know Calisor has been doing a lot of work on the bone dust.
And we have Hydra bone dust, and then I worked a lot of the leather as well.
Okay.
Teeth.
I know that you've basically like reduced it significantly on the amount of effort that it would take.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
I just take out the leather and or first the leather. I'll keep the heart in the bag of holding so it stays good.
Okay. You take out the leather and he kind of looks at it. He's like, that is okay. That's a lot of leather. And this is pretty. He's kind of like taking it, looking at it. And you see some of like the crabs and crustaceans, all them just like sense that there's something edible. They start marching over there. And then some of them kind of like start climbing up the desk. And then some of them start like pinch at the side of it. And it doesn't even bother Wiggs. Wiggs is just like, looking at it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So nice leather.
Crafter or expert back there. All master level crafting here.
So, well, you wanted me to make a Hydra skin bag for you, yes?
Yeah.
So, well, did you happen to collect any of the bones? It's kind of crucial.
Do you have bones for making the bag?
Yes, the bones help to cure the leather to be able to help it preserve whatever inside.
Sure. And I reach into the bag of holding, look at Cal just to make sure it's okay, and pull like a little bit of the fine bone dust his produced for us. And I give it to Wiggs. It's like, here you go, another high craftsmanship quality item from the menagerie.
Yeah, you see as you kind of like do that, he kind of licks his finger and puts it in there, and goes like looks at it and tastes it, and like, and grabs like a little beaker, and then like another like some other beaker, and puts a little liquid in one, and then grabs the bone dust, throws it in there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Wow. Who made this dust? Someone had to do it.
I'll raise my hand.
You have a talent. A real talent. I'm impressed. So yeah, so he does that. He's like, okay, so you guys are in luck. He kind of goes and grabs a bag, and it's something you've seen before. You guys have one in your possession, and it's a bag of holding. And he's like, well, I don't even remember what's in this thing. He kind of reaches in. Yeah, definitely don't remember what's in this thing. And he just kind of turns it over and flips it inside out. And you just see not a lot, just 2 things just kind of plop, plop out. On the ground is a wooden staff. Not very thick. It's kind of a more slender staff. And at the end is a carved toad, kind of sitting like almost like in a Buddha position.
Dope.
And it's white. And then on the other thing that comes is a coil of hempen rope, as well as that. It's like, that's where that rope's been. Whatever. And he kind of shoves them off to the side. It's like, well, I don't really need this. And I could probably, yes, I can definitely make you this Hydra skin holding bag. Mushroom or bag? What do you want first?
Probably mushroom. The bag.
The bag is going to take me about a week. Good choice. But this normally would have taken me like a month. So, I will have your bag in about a week. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning. So yeah.
And I take out the heart, and what about the heart? I'm guessing it's pretty big.
Oh yeah. Huh, it's still beating. When did you kill the thing? It's like very slowly every once in a while just kind of.
It's like a week
like
ago?
a week and a half ago, yeah.
Still fresh. Nice. I'm gonna need a lot of salt.
You said salt.
Maroon salt would be the best. Yeah. I need a lot of salt. Yeah, Roque, you're meant to be. Roque, you can give me a Arcana check. As you're trying to keep up with this artificer and his craft.
Rolled a 9, so 19.
19?
So only 19. Only plus 10.
You know, salt is used to draw moisture out and preserve things, and you remember that the book that the manuscripts that Marb and Calisor were going through talked about shrinking down the heart. So, yeah. Dregnar, he mentions Silmaru salt, something you're familiar with, just from where you're from. And he's like, I don't know if I have any. You, over there, he points to you, Al. Can you go to that cabinet, open it? Is there you're looking for like a linen sack bigger than you. Then you'll see where it's Silmaru on it.
Why is it on the top shelf?
Don't ask questions. Is it there?
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it a go.
All right, you open it and go ahead and roll me. This is your ability to roll a luck check if you want.
Okay.
So roll me that d20. Yeah, it's there. You rolled above a 10. So yeah, the bag is there, and the bag is bigger than you. How he got out of there, you do not know.
So, do you want me to bring this to you?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Just square up my shoulders and give it a go.
Give me a strength check.
I die.
Oh,
Never mind.
Wow.
okay.
All right. I wasn't expecting that. I'm very proud of Al in this moment. So, yeah, you guys kind of watch Al kind of scurry up the side of this cabinetry, open it up, and there's this big old bag, and in it, it's a linen satchel, big bag, and it's stitched on there the name Sil Maru. I'll spell it for you guys. Anyone who is familiar in history can give me a history check to see if you know what that means. Dregnar, you automatically know what that means. If you don't remember, I'll message you in a minute.
Oh, I remember, and I'll look at Wig and go, huh, that's a lot of Silmaru salt. That must have cost you some.
Yeah. Al, now it's kind of clicking as you're like there pulling on the bag, Silmaru salt and everything. It's some of the finest salt in the world. Produced and painstakingly harvested by monks of the coastline of Usagi. Very expensive, very high quality, used in rituals and stuff like that. So, and Al, you're pulling, and you get the bag, and then all of a sudden you just feel all your weight go backwards as this bag of a few 100 pounds of salt is tipping you over. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check to get out of the way. At advantage because you rolled a natural 20 on your strength check, actually. $23, yeah. So you feel yourself slipping, and then as you do slip, you just kind of move to the side and allow the bag to fall, and it is a heavy thud. It shakes the room as a few 100 pounds of salt just came crashing down. And he's like, you're in luck. I got it. And he takes the heart from you, Marb. I'm assuming you gave it to him?
Yeah.
And he just kind of, as Al, you're kind of getting yourself up. It's like, can you cut it open? Cut the bag open, please.
Sure. I pull out my dagger in corner.
As you do. And then he just plops the heart on top of it. It's like, this will take a while.
It just sits there and...
How long is the while? Yeah.
Well, if somebody wants to help me bury it, it'll go faster.
Sure.
So yeah, you guys kind of get, a few of you kind of get there and then help him move the salt and bury it over. And he's like, we'll check on it in the morning and during the meeting. Dregnar and Al, the amount of salt, thousands of gold.
Not to mention the shipping fee of how far away it is.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna take a few steps back against the wall and try to fix my lower back a little bit.
You manage to crack your back out, and it gets better and everything. And then with that, he kind of smiles and says, all right, I got homework on the mushroom. You guys have been whispering and chanting Ogre Buster this entire time.
Ogre Buster?
We're going to go fight some ogres.
You say you wanted an Ogre Buster too?
Wait, y'all are going to the Eastern Front?
No. Brunswick. I don't know. Is that the east side of town?
Brunswick? Well, yeah, Eastern from here.
Yep.
Good luck.
That's where we're going.
All right.
Ogre Buster.
Ogre Buster.
So, if there's anything else anyone wants to do, that's fine. But you guys get to depart and then get your food in real quick before you head out and potentially destroy your guts with more Ogre Busters.
Ogre Buster.
Does anyone want to do anything, or just fast playing over to the Brunswick?
Yeah.
Look out for
Change
Julian
into
again.
civilian clothing. I'm taking off my armor and
Same,
stuff.
same.
Okay.
So
You
no
guys-
spells, no armor, no weapons. I'm ready. I'm ready for a fight.
Give me a second.
You know what
I just
that-
gotta move pawn check. He's stepping on keyboard. All right, no spells, no armor.
No
I
weapons.
know.
As we're leaving, is Hava downstairs?
You're a little soft, Jesse. I can't hear you very well.
I said, as we're leaving,
Mm-hmm.
is Hava downstairs?
Yeah, she's back at her desk.
So I'll go up to her and be like, hey, were you gonna join us for drinks? I don't even know what these org busters are, but my friend Davis asked you to come earlier, so I think he wants you to come grab a drink with us.
And she's kind of like eating a little bit behind the desk. She's like, all right. You know what? Sure. And she kind of puts up a sign. It says, we'll return later. And
Nice.
you see her kind of scribble down a note for like possibly the next person that's going to be on shift and kind of puts it there. And yeah, she will join the group. I know that one other person messaged me that they wanted to do something. But other than that, then yeah, y'all are good to go.
I just said I'd look for Julian, like in the lobby and/or again on the way, look around the docks and stuff.
Not at this time. Yeah, you look
Just keep an
around.
eye
You go, So what we'll do here is we're gonna take a little quick break, go to the bathroom, get some fluids if you need to. We'll take like a quick 5-minute break. We'll do the Ogre Busters and we'll see where we go from there. Sound good?
Works for me. Stopping recording.